What's up, everybody? How's it going, shipheads out there? Welcome to Trek Mods. Welcome to the Klingon 7D Cattle Bruiser. I'm gonna start painting this bad boy today. Whoever's here, I want you to say hi to my good friend Ken from Ken's Hobby Bench. There's Keith. Hey, Keith. How
Hey,
you doing,
Keith. Hey, Mary.
Mary? How you doing, Mary? So yeah, I got my buddy Ken here from Ken's Hobby Bench, and he's gonna help me out because I'm not great with airbrushing, and I don't have the confidence and the knowledge required to proficiently do the airbrushing without ruining everything. So my savior, Mr. Ken, is here to help me out. He helped me get this wonderful airbrush here. I got it last year at Wonderfest, courtesy of Ken, and I still haven't used it yet. I've yet to try it out.
We'll use it in anger today.
I've not taken it out of the box. Well, I've taken it out of the box, but I haven't used it. I have my compressor here. So let me see, first of all, if this fits. Because it said I had to buy an adapter for the Badger hose, but this isn't the Badger hose. This is another hose that I had, and it seems to fit.
Perfect.
There we go.
Looks like Cam's here. Hey, Cam.
Yeah, it's one of these stupid coily ones, but
okay.
Whatever.
One thing I would suggest for you in the future is they're pretty cheap. Is buy a Quick Connect.
I actually think I have one.
Okay.
In this box that my friend Terry gave me an airbrush last year, a Badger one, and I have not used this one either.
Looks like just looking from what I can see, it looks like a Badger Patriot 105.
Yeah, it's a Patriot 105. That's right.
I've got one too. It's a good airbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't used it because I'm afraid that I'll ruin it, and I know that it's a really nice airbrush.
Yep.
And I've ruined all the ones that I've bought, but those are just cheap ones. Tori, please stop doing that. I'd really appreciate that.
Hey, Cameron. Good evening.
Last night after we did our group stream,
yeah,
I found one of these long noodly LEDs here, these filament things.
Yes.
And it was a broken one, but I managed to peel the silicone back and get to the little copper contacts there, and I resoldered some wires onto the end of it, and I got it working again.
Nice.
And this here is a piece of Tori. Please stop. Sorry,
it's a piece of Tori. What?
Piece of Tori. Yeah, Keith says Tori's just hide everybody. So this is like silicone rubber weather stripping.
Oh, yeah.
It's got these hollows in it.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. That looks good.
Hey? I was just experimenting with but yeah, look at that.
That would be a great chiller grill.
Yeah. That looks pretty good. It diffuses it very nicely.
Yes, it does. I have to agree with you on that.
So I just thought I'd show everybody that. That just sits right in there. So you could use like a straw or something like that, but it doesn't give you the thickness, right? This is soft and flexible, and it's got like a couple channels running down the inside.
Yes, of it. Yeah. And it is getting harder these days in Canada to find plastic straws.
That's true. That is 100% correct. So as I'm getting started here, what I need to do is we're just discussing this before I started.
Captain Charlemagne's here.
How you doing, Jeff? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Let me just get this light a little better situated. There we go. It's not reflecting so much off that. So what I want to do, let me just switch that. Boom, buddy, boom. So I want to kind of have the whole thing sort of a green, and I'm gonna get like a purple, maybe a couple of different shades of purple, and highlight the panels and whatnots, and the details on the neck portion there. So everything's pretty much masked off except for this grill here. I have to make another mask for that. But first, I want to decide my paints. So before I even hook this airbrush up, let's get one of these paint cups here and just put it on this so we can see it better. So I want to start with green, and I'm gonna look first. You sent me a whole bunch of really nice paints, Ken, but there isn't really a green.
No, there isn't.
There's like this dark green tin.
Yeah,
This
but
one
that's a
looks
color
really
shifter
nice.
as well.
Yeah, it's a color shifter and it's a metallic one. I'm not gonna go with that one. So I got these Meaden paints here. These are borderline cheap. They're like $30 for 24 little bottles of paint like that.
Yep.
Which is not bad. They work pretty good. There's some translucent colors and there's some opaque colors.
And there are the like acrylic, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're acrylic. I don't have the box anymore, but yeah, they are acrylic, non-toxic. So I got my Vallejo thinner here that you gave me.
Yep.
And I got this stuff in case you think I need that.
That never hurts.
And so if I'm going to use this, I don't need water.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'll use this instead.
Yep. Is that what they recommend, is using water to thin, or do they have their own thinner?
You know what? Didn't say anything about that.
Okay.
No instructions with these paints.
Well, it sounds like it's experiment time.
It's experiment time. But I have used water to thin them out in the past, and it seems to work fine. And I used a little bit of isopropyl alcohol before too, and that seems to work fine. It was just when I added a different kind of paint that I didn't know was enamel paint. I thought it was acrylic latex. Okay, that's a pretty good mix up right there. So I'm going to start with this green. This is emerald green.
Captain Charlemagne says, so Jody, your Archer drawing just gave me an idea for Strange New World style starship. Still things to hammer out, but well design is easy, but making it reality is something else.
Yeah, making it reality is something else. I got so many drawings that I wish could be turned into actual real models. So let me see.
Okay.
So that's just the straight up emerald green right there.
Okay. Just remember also whenever you spray it, it'll probably dry just a touch lighter in color.
Okay, well that's what I was gonna say. I want it to be just a little bit lighter than this.
Right.
How much paint do you think I'll need? Like a full? That's this
because
big.
you haven't thinned it yet, right? And how thick is it?
No, I haven't thinned it yet. It's not that thick. Let me
take a paintbrush and just kind of go through it or whatever or something like that. Yeah, I would say you're looking at try at least 30 or 40% thinner for now, and maybe work up to 50% thinner.
Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of gray into it to kind of dull it down.
All right.
But I'm gonna go with, where's the greeny gray?
Like a good way to test your thickness for spraying is to take a paintbrush and just lick up the side with it, up the side of the color cup, of your, not your color cup, your mixing cup, and it should come down and still leave a little bit of color up the side, but it should come down almost like water. Yeah, because to me that looks like it's still pretty thick.
Oh yeah, I haven't thinned it yet at all.
Yes.
So the thing about this stuff here is, as I said, it has some translucent paints, right? The translucent ones, like this blue here, this is the blue I use when I paint like chiller grills and deflectors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
When it dries, it dries into like sort of a rubbery coating, like there's lots of latex in it.
Okay, yep.
Okay, this is titanium white. And it's the same kind of paint. Oh, I hate when the little
I saw that.
oh well, I'm just gonna.
Tommy's here. Hey, Tommy.
Let's go and Ghost. Okay, so 3 drops of that. I couldn't get the little cone out of there. I think it actually broke off. This one probably hasn't been opened very much.
No.
So give that a little stir. That dulls the green down. So I'm going to come in with the thinner here.
Yep.
So about 40%.
Yeah, let's try 40%. You can always up it more. You just can't take it out. You have to add more paint if it's if it's too thin.
I'll probably have to add more paint anyways. I don't know if this will be enough to cover the whole model.
You shouldn't have to go too thick with your coverage. Once you get to the hang of airbrushing, it should go actually fairly, you should be able to use something like that amount of paint to cover your model, usually. But I'm not there, so it's kind of hard for me to judge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're still leaving quite a bit of, got lots of bubbles there.
Don't forget, this would be about the time if you want to try and add a little bit of your paint retarder. And you don't need much. You only need a couple drops normally.
Okay.
With
so
most
this
paint retarders I
slows
use.
This slows the drying process.
Yes, so it allows the paint to level out a little bit more.
Yeah. Added it for slowing the drying time of acrylic paints and mediums. So just a couple drops.
Should be just a few drops should do you.
Oh, it's thick.
Okay, well that's fine.
It's
we're still gonna be thinning out your paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more thinner. I've got lids for these little cups somewhere. This one has a lid.
How's that flowing down?
Brush test. Seems to be kind of running right down the.
Just a little bit thicker than water.
Yeah, well, there's bubbles, so I'm having a hard time. The bubbles are making it frothy.
Yeah.
So it seems thicker than it is.
If it still seems a little thick, you can still add a little bit more thinner.
Yeah.
See, I've never used that paint, so my apologies. I have no experience with that paint at all.
Well, it's acrylic paint. I don't know. I have not much experience with it either.
Each company has its different, how thick their paint may be.
Yeah. A little bit more gray.
Come on, baby. Hey, come on, baby. Come on. Come on. I know.
Captain Charlemagne is saying, for Klingon starships, which do you guys think looks better, the lighter greenish color, or some of the TOS version, or more like a metallic green, like Strange New Worlds or / Discovery?
I kind of like the newer look of them. Haven't seen them much on those shows, but like on Strange New Worlds, you see it in the intro. You see the D7, and I think that looks pretty cool.
I kind of like the greenish colors myself. It just depends on the starship, though.
Okay, I want a lot more gray, so I got pretty much a full container of paint here now.
All right.
I wanted. I can put the lid on, give it a shake. That's what I want.
Okay.
But without all the bubbles.
Well, during this time now, you can start setting up your airbrush, and the bubbles should clear down a little bit.
Settle.
Yeah, but we don't want it to settle too much.
No, we don't
eventually it'll start separating from the thinners and stuff.
We don't want them to separating.
Nope.
Okay. Move all these bottles out of the way. So we have a couple of different options here for the tips. We got like a coney one.
Yeah.
We got like a split one. So which one would you recommend?
Most of my airbrushes have the cone one, but the split one, there's nothing wrong with using the split one either. You're using acrylic, so I'd say maybe go with the split one. It gives you a better option of cleaning off your needle if you start getting needle tip dry.
And that just goes in magnetically, which is really cool. Oh yeah, and then it sticks on the other end for storage, which is
kind of
really cool. Yeah. Okay.
Then you need a color cup.
Yeah, I'll need this.
I would suggest the slightly larger one because you have a lot of paint and a lot of model to cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to go right there.
What lets you choose what side you want? Does it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Looks like this comes out, yeah. And then you can tighten it down just by moving this little nut here.
Yeah. Now, just try to hold the airbrush like you were going to spray. Now, does that get in your way on that side of the airbrush?
No,
okay.
No. Which way should this be? Horizontal or vertically?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so that doesn't affect the shape of your spray.
Not really, no.
Okay. All right, let's get the hose.
That end usually just helps you clean off your airbrush needle tip if you start getting dried paint on there, which is more prone to happen with acrylic paints.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you don't want to leave your needle unprotected whatsoever. Some people do spray without a needle tip on or without a crown on there of any type. But I mean, then if they go to put their airbrush down in a like a spray pot or anything like that, if they accidentally ding the needle, you can bend it and then you're SOL basically.
S out of L.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just pops on and off.
Are you
Compressor
able to
on.
blow air through it right now?
I just turned on the compressor.
Okay.
There, it's blowing.
Okay.
So I should have my compressor at.
How thick is your paint? So I'd say probably you could try 20 psi. No, that with that, it will drop a couple psi when you're actually spraying, but that's fine too.
So how do I?
That's to be expected.
I have the. Hold on, I'm going to turn it off for a second.
Yep.
I have the Badger air compressor. It's the exact same one you have, I think.
Yeah.
How do I adjust the air pressure?
There should be a big round knob on top of right where the air comes out. It's black.
Yes,
it doesn't really look like a knob. You should be able to just push it down and turn it, I think.
Okay, I have to push it down.
Yeah.
There's like a red ring that's on there, but it's like crooked. Hold on, let me just try to. There. Maybe that's why I was having problems. That red ring that goes around it was kind of offset.
Okay.
Is that loud? Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, so I loosen it. So air starts leaking out when I loosen it. Is that supposed to happen?
No, you shouldn't have to loosen it. Can you swing your camera over to see the air compressor or no?
Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just the black part. See if you can push it down or pull it up.
Yeah, it's down now.
Okay.
I can lift it up.
Okay. And which is its natural position? I'm trying to remember.
Whichever way I leave it.
Okay. Try to adjust it to lower your air pressure down to 20. You may have to spray a little air out of your airbrush every now and then just to let it equalize and tell you what the
I got it at 20.
Okay, perfect.
I figured it out. Okay, so when I was turning it before, it was in the down position, so that opened it up.
Okay, yeah. And then you can just put it in the other position now to stop it from being accidentally adjusted if you want.
Yeah, back to the down position.
Yeah. Like Jordan and myself, we use Mac valves or micro air controllers.
So yes, you recommended me to get one of those. I haven't yet.
Okay, yeah, because with that you can just crank your air pressure up high that's coming out of the compressor, and then you just control it right at the airbrush.
Okay.
That way you never really have to worry about your air pressures again.
All right, I got flow.
Okay, so let's put a little of the airbrush thinner in there.
Right in the cup.
Yep. Just put just enough to cover up that little neck part area at the bottom.
Okay. That's just to help it get some flow going.
Yeah, lubricate it and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll make sure everything's flowing right. So how does it feel? Like it's coming out okay? It'll come out really quick because it's just like water, whereas your paint's a bit thicker.
Yeah, it's all clear.
Okay, good.
It all came out.
Yep. So, and it's always it doesn't hurt to always put just a little bit like that through there every time before you spray.
Okay.
Like start spraying for the day. Once you've been spraying for a while throughout the day, you don't need to do it after every color change. Just the next day that you come by to start spraying again, just run a little bit like that through there.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to use one of these pipettes here.
Yep, just don't put too much paint in to start with. We're just going to judge it first to see how your paint's flowing. Okay, that should be good. Just to test and judge and see on thickness and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can
I should have
spray a little bit on your paper towel there. We'll see how it's coming out. And remember, you don't have to pull the needle back all the way. You just pull the needle back just a little bit if you need to.
It's just flying everywhere.
Okay, so stop pulling the needle back all the way. Just pull the needle back.
I didn't pull the needle back at all.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I pressed the button.
So then it seems like you have paint leaking through, which you shouldn't. That's odd.
It should only be air until I pull this back, right?
That's correct.
So my needle needs to be pushed forward?
Yes, your needle needs to come forward, but you would do that from the rear.
Yeah, but I need to take this cap off so I can see how forward it is, right?
Yeah, it should automatically stop when it's all the way forward that it needs to go. Like if you take your back cap off all the way with most airbrushes, you can just
this one?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now loosen that nut.
Yeah.
Now just tap it from the back.
Oh yeah, it was way.
Yeah, you just
so I
taps with your finger. Yeah, that was the whole issue right there.
Yeah, it was like way back here.
Yeah.
So it should just be protruding out the end, right?
You just tap with your finger until it stops. As long as you're not putting too much pressure, you're fine. Just give it
okay.
Harder tap than that. Here you go.
It's protruding right out the end there.
Okay, tighten that nut off again.
That's kind of awkward to get to with this silicone thing.
Yeah. And you can just put your end back on.
I shouldn't need to get to that very often.
When you're cleaning. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. And now, so this is like a limiter, right?
That should be the limiter on how far back you can pull.
Yeah.
So that way you can say, okay, I don't want to.
I'm going to put it to like halfway for now.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Okay. So
put your tip back on. And when you're putting your tip back on, you can pull the needle back to make sure that you don't accidentally
that's a good idea. Yeah, good idea. There we go. No paint. Perfect. Okay.
And just kind of double what you have in there for paint. We don't need much more. We're just testing to see how it's spraying. That's more than enough, Jody. You're good.
All right.
We'll see how it sprays now.
Okay.
That's looking good. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I should turn to the model now.
Yes. And what we're going to do is you're going to want to do a thin, dusty coat. We're not looking for complete coverage right now. We're just looking to do a almost like it's dusty with that color, so you can see part of the primer still, and you can see part of the green.
All right, so I'm going to load this. Put this on so I don't fling it everywhere.
Good idea.
Okay, so this spray thing is going to be pretty loud. I hope that's not too ear damaging for anybody.
You know what? Actually, your microphone just cut the sound of it down.
Oh yeah, you can't hear it too badly?
It suddenly got quieter.
Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot to mask off that grill part.
Okay.
Dang it, Bobby.
Well, you can try spray around the other areas if you want first. Now that you have paint in your paint cup.
Oh, this doesn't fit in my thing here because that's on the side.
Oh yes, right.
I made it for the other airbrush I had. There's a little holder on the compressor here. Maybe I can use that. There we go. Okay. This will only take a second. So I figured out that you can just drag the little screen over and switch the cameras
Nice.
by just grabbing it and dragging the window down to the center. See you later,
Uh,
Ken. Later, Joe. Good luck. I'll see you in a couple minutes. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Cameron was here hanging out after dinner.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, I'll turn this off for now.
Keith says that boy ain't right. I can't do
Ooh,
I
boy,
can't do a Hank Hill. I can't do a Hank Hill impression.
this boy ain't right. Okay, so I need my little this thingy. So I'm just gonna get in there with this tape.
And Captain Charlemagne says, could never fully get used to the airbrush. Always overspray, but that was probably me holding the trigger or too long or did not have the nozzle on right. Well, could be. If your nozzle's not on right, you usually get air bubbles in your color cup.
And if you get a clog, you get air bubbles in the cup.
Yes.
If it gets blocked.
Yes, because the air has nowhere to go out the front. Is Mary still suffering a little bit from the cold?
Just a little bit.
Hope you're feeling better soon, Mary.
And it's a damp, rainy day here today also.
Here too.
So
Here too.
The air is extra heavy.
Yeah. And if it's really humid, that can affect your paint, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, stuff like if it's too hot or things like that, those all can affect. And Trent is here. He says, "Hey, Jody and Ken."
Hey, Trent. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. So this little thing came with the window tinting kit.
Nice.
And it works great. I use it for spreading putty around and stuff and burnishing things down. It's quite soft, so you don't have to worry about it scratching anything. I just can't find my little moose antler burnishing thing right now. I tidied up the desk today getting ready for this, and I put it somewhere. That's what happens. You clean up, and then you can't find anything.
That's right.
Okay. I'm not really worried about the edges. I just don't want paint to get into those grooves and onto the red piece underneath.
Yeah, I mean, an option is if some paint does manage to sneak under there, take a toothpick afterwards and scrape it off.
Yeah.
Once it's kind of dry.
Get in there with a toothpick and clean it off if I have to. That piece didn't come off. There we go. All right, there we go.
Are those just what kind of blades are those? Just the regular X-Acto blades?
This is actually one of my older blades.
Yep.
So
it looks
mentioned
like
before.
I'll when I get a chance and I send some of that other stuff I was going to send to you, I'll send you some of those. I get them for free from my model company, or like the.
Oh, I have lots of blades. I have tons of them.
Okay.
I have little packs. Yeah, these are like newer ones, right? The same blade, but these are new ones. So as soon as you use this on anything, the tip breaks off almost instantly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had this one for probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And I've got another one here. This one here.
Yep.
I've been using this for like 20 years. The same blade. I keep sharpening it and sharpening it.
Yeah.
It's just made out of a better quality steel.
Yeah.
It's not as brittle and it's a little bit more resilient.
Yeah,
And I
because I
just
use
keep
an
using them.
actual like surgical scalpel is what I
Yeah,
use.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so I get those kind of blades you're using from sometimes when I buy model kits from my local hobby store, they throw those in for free. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't use them. I don't even have a handle for them anymore.
Oh, I've got several different handles
So,
and different blades. Yeah, I have no shortage of that. I appreciate that, Ken, but that's okay. I don't
all right.
that.
I'll keep storing them up, and then maybe I'll send some off to Jordan or some
Yeah,
of the
man.
other guys.
Other guys might need them.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm pretty skilled at sharpening blades, so I just sharpen them. I have a bunch of different stones, and I have this like puck right here.
Yep.
So it's like a whetstone, and then I use that for the finer things, right? So yeah, I just maintain them. Okay, so booth back on.
Give it a couple seconds for your microphone to cut the sound out.
Turn the compressor back on. Okay.
Still spraying okay?
Yeah, still lots of paint in there.
Okay. Now to spray.
So yeah. So I may want to change this because if I want to spray on an angle, this is going to have to be back.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
But you're pretty much locked in right now. If that's full of paint, you'd have to empty it out and then clean everything off. And
I'll live with it for now, like this.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start from.
I would start on that flat part right above the nacelle on your facing.
Yep. That's what I was gonna do. It's right about here.
Yeah, so spray just off of the model and then come across and then cut the paint off as soon as you finish passing by, and then cut the paint back on when you're going to go back. But you don't have to go that far past. Just barely past it, and then you can get faster with practice. Like I go pretty quick. I'm just like back, forth, and then just the fingers on again, off again with the needle. So you got a bit of a dusty coat, and then
so it's going all.
I'm having a hard time
beating. It's beating up.
Okay.
It's gathering in puddles.
So that means that we are probably a little too thin.
A little too thin, eh?
Yeah.
So should I add more of that paint retarder?
No, do not add more paint retarder. You would actually need to add more paint.
Add more paint.
Yeah. Now, depending how skilled you feel, you can either add a couple drops of each into your color cup, do a blowback, and then try and carry on, or just mix your paint, like pour your color cup out and back into that little paint cup you have.
Yeah, I'll take it out of here.
Yeah, and then add more paint. Without thinning it. Can you get all the paint out of your color cup?
Yeah, I guess I could just put it in another little container here.
There you go.
I just want to leave a little bit of room in there for the paint, right? Well, actually, I'll take some out of here.
Yeah, even if you just put 50-50 in each one, and then add the same amount of paint to each cup, you should be good.
I'm 100% confident that I'll be able to match the color exactly the same. I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
It's the consistency of the paint. I used to mix ink colors when I worked at a silk screening place in Toronto. And after a couple weeks, I wasn't using the computer there's like a formula that the computer would print out.
Yep.
Back then, and it's like you got to use so many grams of cyan and so many grams of black and so many grams of this and that.
Don't forget
And
the other
then,
cup.
yeah. That's gonna just get set aside.
Okay.
Some gray here. I want it to be a lighter gray. Anyways, I want sort of greenish gray.
Right.
So the lighter I can get it.
So
What
if
do
you did
think
have
maybe
your
I
thinner
was-
exactly at 50-50, you know for future use with these paints, you need to have not quite 50-50.
Yeah, like I said, they're already pretty thin.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you might even be able to blast them through without thinning them, but at that point, you would really have to have your air pressure super high.
Yeah. It's still at exactly 20.
Okay.
Okay, there. So that's all cleaned out. Should I put like a drop of thinner through it just to?
You can, yeah, just to blow it through a little
Looks
bit.
like
Or do you
there's
have airbrush cleaner? Did I
Oh
send
yeah,
you
that's right.
airbrush
You
cleaner?
sent me airbrush cleaner. You did.
Perfect. That stuff's even great to send through because that actually helps the seals in your airbrush.
Okay. So not much, just like the cup. Where's
Yeah.
my?
And just blow that through to clean out the system a little bit.
That doesn't go into there anymore. Huh. Gotta turn it sideways.
Well, it works that way then.
Yeah, it doesn't go in far enough. I have to redesign this. Receiver right here.
Yeah, and if you need to blow through stuff like that, you need to take the needle stop off on the back, so it's not limiting how much you're blowing through.
Oh, okay.
Because that you just want to
Back
blow
up.
the cleaner through really quick. Yeah, just like that. You just want to blow it through.
Yeah, so I want full range.
Yeah.
I don't think I need that limit thing on anyways. I know how far back that I want to pull it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't use mine that often. If you're doing a big project, all of small detail stuff where you need to never pull back too far, that's when you really want to use it. So you don't accidentally at one point, blow through too much. How does the paint in the cup feel now? Does it feel like it's thicker now?
Seems to be.
Okay.
I like how that dings when I pulled that off of there. That's cool. Is it possible I was also maybe too close?
I'll keep an eye on how close you are. You don't need to be too close. You can be like 8 to 12 inches away. You get closer further as you need. If you're going to be really close, you need to have your air pressure down, and that's good for detail painting. How does that look like it's going?
Better.
Okay, good. Yeah, when you finish spraying on the model and you've just passed it, stop spraying immediately and then come back again. Yeah, but you can spray back and forth both ways. Right now, I just want to get you more comfortable. Don't worry about that technique as much. Okay, so that's kind of a dust coating. Does it look like it's beating up or anything?
A little bit, yeah.
So we're still a little bit too thin.
Sort of dripping out of the.
So point off to off the model and just cut to air and clear it. And then you can check your needle. Like you stop spraying, look at your needle tip, and see what it looks like. So it looks like there's paint.
Leave the one side here.
Yeah. Because if it looks like there's paint on there, you just take yourself a little piece of paper towel or something and just do the pinch on the end that follows the direction of your needles, your needle protector. Yeah, and just wipe it off to make sure there's nothing. Because if paint starts to dry on your tip, it'll start collecting there and it'll start spitting, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, I can pop this off and throw it in a little cup and rinse it.
Does it look like it needs it or no?
No.
Yeah.
There's no chunks or coagulation or anything.
Perfect. Yeah, once paint starts to collect on parts like that, you want to clean them off because it will cause the airbrush to spit.
Okay, so a little cleaner.
Are you gonna be thickening it up again, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna add more paint.
Okay. So now we're learning with these paints. Like I said, I've never used them, and I'm assuming you haven't really airbrushed with them before.
I have, but with my other simple airbrush.
Right. And did you thin it down for that?
Sprayer. Yeah, I did, but
Okay.
I used water.
Okay.
And I probably didn't thin them down as much as I did here.
Yeah. See, I'm just kind of giving you the without being there, it's hard. I'm just kind of giving you the kind of what's normal. But if this paint seems like it's thinned down pretty good, maybe in the future you only need to thin it down 20%. But if you've noticed it's gotten better from the first time you sprayed to the second time, that's an improvement. So we're kind of learning and seeing where we need to be at.
Here, let's see.
Yeah, so it definitely needs to be thinned down a bit more.
So do I need to clean this off?
Are there chunks or bumps, or is that just missing parts?
Not really. It's like not super smooth. Like it's still wet. I can probably just wipe it off.
Okay, if you want to wipe it off, give it a shot.
Okay, I need to find something to wipe it off with. Don't have any. I'm all out of paper towels. I'm going to use this
Okay.
mask here. I got a box. I got no paper towels, but I got a box of these masks sitting right here. So we'll see if that'll work. If a little bit stays in the between the panels, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's like pre-shading, right? Highlighting.
There you go.
Actually, I should do the same thing on the other side. Consistency.
So well, for future spraying, we I can help you get into pre-shading stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
Where you would start off with like a black and come into the low spots. That sort of thing.
Right here was starting to dry, but rubbing it is like smoothing it out.
Okay.
Basically sanding it with this.
Yeah. Do you have a donor model or a model parts or plastic you can spray to test before you spray in your model to see how your paint is landing?
But then I'm just spraying on plastic.
Yes, but that's just I just want to see like how the paint is landing. Is it landing smooth or is it still coming down with bubbles or anything like that, or is it beating up or anything?
I don't have a model that I can use, but I got some
plastic spoon
stuff. see what I got here. I got this little dome.
Sure. I was gonna say like a plastic spoon would work too. Anything like that.
Yeah, I got some plastic spoons. I got this little plastic headlight case thing.
Okay, but we want to find a part that's not super smooth too. So like if you're gonna use a plastic spoon, I would give it a extremely light sanding.
Okay.
Just make sure they're just some, because that's what your primer did. Your primer gave the rest of your paint to give it purchase.
I can use this right here. It's the base from the
Cardassian ship.
And
Yeah, there you go.
There's a textured rough part right there.
Yeah, you can just give that just a light spray, and it doesn't even need to be that textured. But you know, I didn't want like a super smooth, shiny kind of
Yeah.
without primer.
I can just give this a quick little rub here with this very fine paper.
Well, you probably don't need to, because that is textured already.
Well,
I'm just
part
saying,
of it
as long as it's not super smooth or anything.
Only the deep parts is textured.
Okay.
The rest
And
of
we're
it
not looking to paint the whole thing. We're just looking to
No.
just do that little recessed area you just sanded in and see how your paint's landing.
Okay, a little shaky shake.
Sorry to our audience. Once we kind of figure out what the thinning ratio we need is for this paint, we will be flying with the colors.
I can never find the switch on that compressor.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we can also, yeah, you know what I'm going to get you to do is turn down your air pressure to 15 psi.
All right, 50.
Okay.
That's much better.
Okay. Perfect. That's why having a Mac valve is so makes it so much easier to airbrush, because you can constantly adjust it as you're testing it, or even when you're spraying, just to make sure, hey, am I where I need to be, or am I coming in too hot, or because you could even bring it down a little bit more to like 12 or anything like that, just to test.
Okay. I'll do that. I think I adjusted it wrong before. I couldn't. Oh, right now it's below 10. It just shut off at 9 pounds. So.
Okay.
So
and we'll test and see how it sprays at 9. If you're happy with that result, leave it at that pressure. If you feel like it, or if it sounds like your airbrush is struggling to get the paint out, or anything like that, then maybe turn it just up a little bit.
What? Did you want to try that?
Oh, what's this?
Just a cover off, spare cover off my PlayStation.
A spare cover?
Yeah, if you want to practice on that.
Spare cover for a PlayStation.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Thanks, Cam.
No problem.
There's something to practice on.
Yeah.
Right on. If I paint something cool on it, will you put it back on your PlayStation?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around to the other side now. Start fresh.
Were you happy with the results on that stand?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think with a little bit of effort, I can get it to be pretty clean.
Right.
Spraying a lot less now. So let's just see what I do here.
If it seems like it's spitting and stuff, then you need to up your air pressure a couple psi. How is it going down?
Seems to be going pretty good. I'm trying to go very light because I think I was pulling back and putting too much paint down,
Right.
letting too much paint out.
Yeah, because you don't want to be flooding it.
It's like a blemish there.
You want to get that before you paint it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the primer is like chipped a little bit.
Yep.
From getting pushed in and out of the drawer.
That'll do it. And Cam, now that you've had time to get back up to your no, I guess he's below you, isn't he?
Yeah, right below me. It only takes like 10 seconds for him to get home.
Okay. Well,
just down one flight of stairs.
Well, thank you for providing that to Jody and helping out.
Yes, thank you, Keith.
Oh,
John, you're actually a pretty awesome brother-in-laws.
Look at that, HTM Warbucks.
Hey, Howard, what?
Yeah.
Oh, can you play the thing?
I sure could. If it's in here,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I think I got that one.
Yeah.
And then I always do this.
Ringing the bell.
Yeah. More cowbell. Howard likes the cowbell. How you doing tonight, Howard? Thank you very much, my friend. Thanks for that, buddy. I'm painting here tonight, so.
Oh, I gotta play this then.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
There we go.
More cowbell. All right, let me see if I can get the back here.
Oh, and Howard joined your channel as a member.
What?
Yeah. Right on. Thanks,
You're the
Howard.
first. You're my first member.
How's that paint going on, Jody?
Seems to be going pretty good. It's still getting a little bit. I don't know. I think maybe I should have made sure the model was clean.
Could also be, like I said, the Mac valve makes it so easy to change your air pressure by even a half a psi. You know, because that can be a lot of your problem right there. Is right off the top is your psi.
I mean, it's going down pretty smooth.
Well, good. That's what we want. So it's not beating up or anything?
Just a little bit here and there.
Okay.
Not a lot. Not enough for me to really worry about. I think with a couple more coats on there, that'll correct itself. That'll even itself out.
And hopefully, like, again, it depends on the paint retarder you're using. That should you should have time for it to smooth out a little bit. It should level out just a touch. Next time when you go to spray, just read the directions on the back of your bottle, and it'll tell you how much to add.
Of the bottle of paint retarder?
Yeah, like because you can get paint retarder that's the stuff that's for Viejo, which I usually use. It'll tell you how much to use, and with that Viejo stuff, you don't need much. So I don't know if that has directions of use or not.
It says do not use alone or as painting medium. Thoroughly mixed, no more than 1 part per 6-part paint. So almost 6 to 1.
There you go. So we're well below that.
Yeah, I only put a small drop of it in there.
Yeah.
All right, so this is starting to reveal a few little things. There's a little bit of a gap right there still.
Yeah. And ideally, that's what you want your primer to do as well.
Yeah, I used the paint and primer in one.
Yep.
And it kind of filled in some of the gaps.
Yep.
So it didn't reveal much.
Yeah, that's why a black primer just over seam areas to do seam checks is great.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like, so I don't know if you noticed when if you've been watching a lot of the videos on the Reliant Buddy build.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah. So you'll have noticed then that sometimes, like earlier on when I was doing the windows, stuff like that, I was doing seam checking with black paint, or on the nacelles every time I was sanding and filling. I would check it with black paint because it's easier to see if you have gaps or anything. Howard says, I'm just sitting here sweating my ass off with the rain. I was moving stuff from the house to my building. I walked out from the house, which feels like an ice box, to the outside, which is at 78 degrees. And he says, and I don't have air conditioning.
78 degrees. It's not in Celsius.
Wow, Fahrenheit. So that's 23-ish, 24. So a little warmer than room temperature.
That's pretty warm.
Yeah.
That's still pretty warm.
Yep. Howard, we're not using lacquer thinner. We're using acrylic paints here tonight.
Yeah, so my room won't go blacker.
Shouldn't.
Not from painting anyway.
That's right.
All right. Let's do the underside.
All right. You can also adjust how close you're spraying and stuff too. Because if you're spraying a little just a hair further away, like you're adjusting your distance, can adjust how much the paint dries in the air on its travel from the airbrush to the model.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to back up a little.
Yeah.
Seems to have a very wide
spray area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be from that. That would be from that tip.
So if I turn this the other way,
like if you use the other tip, you would have more of a directed cone.
Yeah.
But that tip is good for, like I said, cleaning off quickly, stuff like that. Howard says, if you're not using the lacquer, then he says, oh well, then it's something here in the garage.
Yeah. Check behind the doors.
Yeah. And now, Jody, and also the reason I told you to cut when you come to the end is just so you're not spraying past the model and wasting paint, just to save you on some paint. You'll eventually come down with a technique that's your own and that works best for you. These are just more generic tips I'm giving you.
Yeah, well, I've done plenty of spray painting on the larger scales.
All right, then you kind of have an idea then what you're doing.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling a little more comfortable airbrushing right now.
I am feeling pretty good about it right now.
Okay, that's good.
I got you on my side.
Yeah, and then we'll keep talking about things here, is trying to troubleshoot anything we're finding. Like if you were using Tamiya paints right now, we would be done right now. So
yeah, about those.
Yeah, because that's a common paint that most people use. I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah.
If you're using a Viejo Model Air, you would only thin it maybe 10% more, if that.
So yeah, some of the ones you gave me are that, Model Air.
Yeah, you can with that Model Air, you can even try to spray it without thinning, because that's what it's technically designed for. And if it works for you, great. Otherwise, if you do need to thin it, maybe 10%, if that.
I should have actually went with one of those. And in hindsight, I should have started with gray and added green to it instead of the other way around.
Right. Yeah.
But I can always go over this with a lighter coat of sort of another coat of a lighter green or a grayish green after this is dry.
Exactly.
Then I'll get some depth to it, right? With the couple of different colors.
Yep. How is the finish on the paint looking right now? Is it looking okay? Is it beating up? Is it doing anything wrong?
It's only beating up on the spots of the model that are like really smooth.
Okay.
Like say this this bit right here that I added.
Yep.
Sort of laser gun bit.
Yep.
That's made out of a different kind of material. It's made out of one of these marker caps.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a smoother sort of plastic.
Yep.
And I probably could have sanded it first.
Yeah.
So, that's something for me to do during the week or whatever, right? I can get in and sand these little details that are going to require it for the paint to adhere a little better.
You can, yeah. It doesn't need to be a hard sand. It can just be micro scratches that that are hard to see, but with the human eye, is more than enough for the paint to latch onto. And it also depends on your primer you're using.
I was using the Rust-Oleum
2X.
The Rust-Oleum 2X. Yeah, I think so. I don't have the can here. It's downstairs in the parking garage where I do my spray painting.
Right. Yeah. For me, that's the first time using it was on the Reliant, and it seems like it's good. But for me, it's also what you spray on is your color. That's your base color with that paint, because it's a primer and filler.
Oh, I'm out of paint.
Or sorry, it's a primer and a paint in one.
Yeah, that's the one I used. Flat or sort of. They didn't have the flat at the hardware store, so I got the semi-gloss.
Okay, yeah.
That might be part of the issue too.
Yeah, I would say that would be part of your issue.
Because as I said at the beginning, some of the spots went kind of thick and dulled down the detail, and that's where it's really smooth and shiny too, right?
Right. That's what we were talking about in the back room before we started the stream.
Yeah. Howard says, "I got you, babe." Ta, 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 ta. Thanks, Howard. All right. Okay, I've got more paint. So I'm kind of just trying to go very, very light with the paint.
Right.
Bring it together.
Yeah, I also, when I originally sprayed that blue onto my Reliant, I had thinned down a little extra, and that didn't do me any favors.
No.
No. So when I used it back with just how I had mixed it, it sprayed a lot better and held. Howard says, yeah, I found out while doing the black, it would pull back. So yes, when I used the Rust-Oleum 2X primer, it fixed it. But if you use it, you can lose some of the fine detail too. And I found that too. Like for me, again, this was the first time me spray canning. I found it better after I had sanded down those parts that needed to spray it from even further back. But that's because that's kind of my first time really using a rattle can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've pretty much mostly been using those so far. Like I did airbrushing on the Excelsior. I used the airbrush.
Yeah.
And I did it on the little Enterprise D model that I did that I gave to Howard, the exploding one. I used the airbrush on that, but that one's pretty much just a base coat, right?
Right.
So all I had to do was put one color in and spray it, and I was done with it.
Yeah.
So
While you're spraying, if it looks like Jody, while you're spraying here, if it looks like you're getting a little bit too much paint in an area, stop painting, cut to straight air, and just air, spray it with just air a little bit, just back and forth, just let it, kind of assist it to dry a little quicker. Yeah. And then when you're happy with that, then you can continue spraying again. Yeah, I kind of wish I lived in the same town as you. I could have sat down with you at some point and we could have had a little class.
I kind of wish you lived in the same town too. We could hang out and visit each other.
Well, exactly.
I do have a friend that lives in Winnipeg.
Well, that's me, of course.
Another guy from here.
Oh, okay.
His name's Rob.
Wait, Rob from Winnipeg?
Yeah, Rob from Winnipeg.
Oh, I know Rob. He's a good guy.
So he is a good guy.
Are you just cutting the air back there?
I was just spraying air around the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to level out the spots where it's collecting.
Perfect.
Smooth it out.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah, it smooths them down.
Yeah.
Gets rid of that sort of orange peel look.
Yep.
This is gonna need let me just get this off for a second. And I'm back. Okay, so this guy's gonna need a little bit of extra work. I can see there, I can pick it up by here. So we can see on the pylons there.
Yeah.
It's still pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like this part right here.
It's actually looking pretty rough on the main hull too. I see a lot of spots. So you may still
I'm not talking
spinning.
about the paint. I'm not talking about the paint. I'm talking about the actual surface of the model itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like right here, this is going to have to be smoothed out and it's going to need some filler.
Yeah, I'm looking at the light bouncing off of your just primed areas, and that does look like it's pretty shiny.
Yeah.
I think
Same with
I think you need to use more of a flat primer.
Yeah.
Now the reason I use the 2X is because that's what's recommended by Mass Design, but also because that white color is my base color. If I was just painting, like if you've seen me paint any of my other models, like that Russian tank that I'm doing on the live streams, I'm painting that a different color. Like, for example, it's green, but I'm going to be painting it a close green, but I still put like a gray primer on it. Then I come in with other, blacks and stuff like that to depreciating. But my first base primer I'm using is strictly a primer, and I'm going for like a gray color, which the color doesn't really matter for the primer, so to speak, but it's a specific primer so that you do get that good grip and you don't have a shiny surface.
Okay. So I should have tried this stuff right here.
Yes. Yeah. That stuff you do need to thin down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just
Fine.
read the directions on the back. I think it's pretty much, I just kind of eyeball it when I'm thinning it now. I'm trying to remember, maybe close to 50-50, but I would just see what the instructions say.
Okay.
But that's a good primer to start with. But that's also, like Jordan and I were talking the other day, you can't sand that within 24 hours.
You can't sand it.
Yeah, within 24 hours. Because it'll
Well,
start to roll up on itself.
I wouldn't want to sand it anyways.
Yeah.
So we're looking there, we can see it better now. See how bad that looks?
Yeah.
It's all wobbly, and you can see the seam. And then down that needs to be smoothed out and cleaned up.
Yep. You can also get specific primers that are a primer / micro filler that helps fill in small seams and imperfections.
Okay.
But those are more that I've seen are more lacquer based, and I don't think you want to. My understanding is you don't want to mess with lacquer, I'm assuming.
Oh, no, I don't care about lacquer.
Okay.
Don't bother me. I drink that stuff. I don't care.
As long as you're venting outside, you're fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. With the
I
lacquer,
got me a big bottle of thinner right here.
oh, there you go. Because if you're using lacquer based paints, then like the Mr. Color, oh, see there, airbrush cleaner. Your Mr. Color
This is
surfacer.
other stuff
Yeah.
I had.
Thanks, Trent. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Mr. Surfacer.
Mr. Surfacer.
Yeah, he loves
Okay.
Mr. Yeah, he uses the rattle can. I use the Mr. Surfacer that comes in a bottle. Both are really good. They're same thing. It will give you that nice flat finish that paint will just grip right onto. And because it's a lacquer-based paint, it will also grab onto the plastic of the model.
Okay.
So it on a microscopic level, it would basically melt the surface layer of plastic so that it grips into it. But like on a microscopic level.
Like a gecko's foot.
Exactly. So
That's how the gecko's foot works, on a microscopic level. So I do like the look where I wiped it. And,
okay.
I was like,
so that's darker in the low spots, lighter on the high spots.
yeah, as opposed to this side, right? Which is like, as it's drying, it's smoothing out, not bad. Like,
Howard says, only thing is don't put lacquer paints over acrylic, I'm told. You technically can
that.
if you've waited long enough. Like if you've waited like a few days, it shouldn't, as long as you're not just dumping like a really thick coat on, you should be just fine.
Okay, so should I continue doing coats of this, or do you think I should hit it with primer and then do the painting again?
Well, the only problem is now
I'd have to wait and sand it first, right?
well, that's one thing I'm thinking, but also now your primer is just going to be catching onto the paint and everything. You can try it. Yeah, let's just give your airbrush a good cleaning. Now, if you give it a good cleaning and switch the sides of your color cup, you could try to do even just one like topside portion of one wing in some primer, some of that Viejo primer, and see how it works for you.
Where's my switch? Just have a hard time finding the switch of the switch for the compressor. It's kind of like in a hidden place.
Just be careful of your needle tip there. Although going into cloth should just be fine if it bumps that.
Yeah, it's not protruding past that.
Yeah,
I just took the tip off, not the whole cone.
Yeah.
Good. Spray it into the thing that's exhausting out the window. How about that?
Always good to have that on. Oh, don't spray into that filter on the back. Yeah, that just gums up your filter quicker, and you need to replace it quicker.
Just stopped.
Okay, your color cup then should be empty.
Yep.
Throw a little bit of the cleaner in there.
Oh, that's what I just sprayed.
Was the cleaner? Okay,
that was the cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, then take a cotton swab, put a little bit more cleaner in there, put a cotton swab in there to absorb a bunch of it, and just wipe it down the inside and stuff with the cotton swab.
Okay.
AKA Q-tip.
A Q-tip. A nondescript swab. Clean that top part out too.
Yep. And then you can also damp the other end of the cotton swab again. Retract your needle and swab down on the inside there where the needle is, all that area as well for cleaning. Just so you're not going to hit the needle when you go in there with a Q-tip. And if you need to, you can also do like you did earlier and pull your needle back out from the rear a bit if you want as well. Howard says your air compressor has a G spot for go, go, go. You can also just pull the needle out all the way and just see how clean it is.
It's good.
Okay. So set it in there just like I told you with the taps on the rear. So it's fully seated. Yeah, tighten that up.
Back.
Exactly. Trent, Trent says I wash my models with soapy water before I paint to get the oils off.
Yeah, I know that too, and I didn't think of it.
You
I
can
was just
also wash it before you
too ahead
build
of
it.
myself.
Wash it before
Yeah.
you build it, and then wipe it down with like a mild detergent after, like a mild like a clean damp cloth before you build, with a little bit of soap and stuff as well. Or you can use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to wipe it down with, as long as you have zero paint on there.
That's tight.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. All right, so let's switch that over. It's a pretty cool feature.
Yes, and then that way too, it shouldn't interfere with you spraying.
Yeah. I had the left-handed one.
That's right. Now you know to leave it on that side if you're, being right-handed, a right-handed airbrusher.
Right, I'm just gonna give this a little wipe out here. Water.
You could also take one of those little paint cups you have and just throw it in there with a little bit of the paintbrush or airbrush cleaner, and just swirl it around in there.
That's what I'll do next time. All right, so I'm gonna put a little more cleaner through it. Still a little bit of green.
Do you know how to back blow?
Just cover that up, right?
Cover up the front end where the
Cover
needle
up the
is.
front end.
You're gonna have to pinch it with both fingers or whatever. Yeah, something like that. So there's no air coming through. Take the top off your color cup, and you should see all the air bubbling back through. Yeah, there you go. So that's good. So you can see that it's pushing back anything in there into your color cup, and then you can either blow it through like that, or if you want, you can just dump it out. But it should loosen off what's kind of in there a little bit.
Okay. So I want to just wipe down the edge of this. There's still green all over this.
All right.
And green all over my fingers. Somebody's making me angry. Who made me angry? Howard says that's how she feels, a little loose. That's how she feels, a little loose. All right, now I should I'm gonna use this one.
Okay. Yeah, for me, that's what most of my airbrushes have. I've never really. I don't normally buy the pinch ones. I think I had one once. I still might have it somewhere, or it might be on my. You know what? Maybe that's what the Badger Patriot 105 has. But I don't. Yeah, I don't really care for it as much. The pinch clean.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta thin down this primer.
Let's see how thick it is. Put a little bit in the cup for me, and we'll see. But I think that is correct.
It's pretty thin.
It's pretty thin. Okay, so if it's pretty thin, then you won't need to thin it.
Well, I don't think it's as thin as it needs to be, but it's still pretty thin. Like it doesn't run back down the cup.
Okay, then yeah, you're gonna need to thin it.
All right. With This?
Exactly. Howard says, I had a dream of Buck yelling at me to shut up because I was talking too much on stream. That was worse than Alec and Ian talking at the same time. How much thinner did you add approximately percentage wise, do you think?
I probably added about a quarter of the amount of paint.
Okay. Still a little thick though, right?
I don't know.
Well, you can try spray some through, see how it's working. If it sounds like your airbrush is struggling, then at that point you would want to thin it down a bit more. And with it being as thick as it is, you may need to turn your air pressure up as well.
Okay.
Again, a Mac valve makes this job so much easier. Now, does it seem to be spraying
This is
fine?
already white. I can't tell by using that. I'll spray it on my black.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming out. Does it sound like your airbrush is
but
struggling
it's
to
not
push it
coming
through?
out. Yeah, it's not coming out as good as it should.
Okay. And also, then we could also look at upping your PSI, because if I remember, you're still sitting around 9 or 10 PSI.
Yeah, it's at 10.
Yeah.
So I tighten that.
So maybe up your air pressure to 14 or 15 PSI.
All right. I'll have to wait till it kicks on again.
So now you're seeing why a Mac valve is really good to have. All this adjusting of your...
What does the Mac valve do?
It just adjusts how much air flow is going through the Mac valve itself. So it adjusts with the PSI.
It has an adjuster on it?
Yep. It has,
like
a little
lever
knob on it that you just adjust to how much air pressure you have coming out.
Okay.
See, it doesn't have a gauge on it to tell you what your PSI is, but you can just adjust it till you're happy with, how it's spraying. Ooh. You must have had a glob of paint at the tip there at the start.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at like 13 PSI.
Okay, how does
Compressor
it seem to be spraying?
hasn't kicked on yet. Doesn't seem to be spraying at all.
Okay, let's turn your PSI up again. What's your PSI at now?
Getting nothing. 15.
Okay. Try to go up to our original starting of around. What's your? I'm starting to second guess myself here. How thin does it now? Oh, Steve Martin's here.
Hey, Steve.
Are we close to 50-50 in the thinning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
Try to blow through a little airbrush cleaner. See if that'll go through. Or you're getting bubbles in the... So, yeah, you're getting bubbles. So that means we're clogged at the needle end. So pull your needle back and then put a cotton swab at the front and clear that out.
I don't see any bubbles.
Looks like it's got bubbles in the clear cup. I don't know.
Now it is because I got my finger on it. No, that's
Yeah.
just because that's just because this had bubbles in it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's right. You
My
shook it
paint's
up,
all
didn't
bubbly. Yeah.
you? Yeah. Okay.
How's it going, Steven? Good to see you. I think I already said that, but hey.
You did, but that's okay.
All good. Saw Steven on Will's live stream earlier, dropping in to say hi.
Yes.
That was interesting to watch. There we got it's coming out now. Well, the cleaner's coming through.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So you can dump the rest of that out now. Even if you just open your paint pot and just dump it in or whatever. Okay.
It's all getting thinned out anyways, right?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. I didn't need that much paint anyways.
No.
Donate some to the piece of wood underneath. All right. Oh yeah, I'm so good at this. And
Okay, turn your airbrush up to 20, and then let's give it a shot. Howard's asking where's your puppy pad?
It's in the paint thing. It's right there. Okay, so I gotta try to keep getting stuck to my elbow there. Okay, so I think I need to put some cleaner in one of these little cups so that I can dip the thing into it.
Yeah, clean your tip off, your nozzle off there. It really needs a good cleaning. Remember, you can pull that nozzle end off, magnet on, and just dump in that cup of cleaner, and just give it a little swirl around in there. No, still not coming out.
Nope.
That's odd.
That's what happens, Ken. That's what happens to me. There, it came out. Like, that's thin. It's thinner than water.
Yeah. Looks like we need a good cleaning, though.
I'm going to mail this airbrush to you. See, it's barely bubbling back into there.
Like, I'm wondering if something is that other side where the cup goes, is that on tight enough? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's very tight. I can't turn it anymore.
And
it has a rubber
is it
O-ring.
tight where the that side? Yeah, is that side tightened down really good?
Seems to be.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's why you put your lid on.
Yeah. But I was trying to see inside there. There we go.
Steve says, used to hate airbrushing when I was using acrylic paints. Clogs up my airbrush. Takes a lot of prep work. I switched to lacquer paints, go through my airbrush better, dry quickly. Never look back. Yeah, that's one thing. I switched to lacquers, and I'm happy with that choice. But normally I never have 3D painters here. He says, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, Ron.
Normally I don't have too much of an issue spraying. I don't have this much issue for sure spraying the
I just spilled it.
the Viejo.
I just spilled the container of primer because I'm
I saw
stupid.
that. Yeah.
Can I get it back in there? Oh, yeah. Just everywhere. This is really making a strong argument to be using just a paintbrush.
Or switch to lacquers.
That doesn't mean I'm going to have any better luck. I'll just be more high.
Well, the lacquers will blow through really quick on an airbrush because it's also what you would be using to clean your airbrush.
I see. Okay, so now I need to retrieve that little tip there. All right, so I don't have much paint left.
Well, we're not asking for much.
I spilled most of it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty thin, man.
If it's pretty
so
thin, I would say go for it.
Like it's as thin as water, at least.
Okay. I'll give it a quick spray and see how it's doing.
Okay, did I not push that?
Like I see it spraying the color.
As soon as I press the button again. Did I not set I thought I reset this the right way. Yeah, it's all the way in there. Maybe it just had some gathered at the tip or something.
That's acrylics for you. Yeah, Steven says you'll learn to love it when he's talking about his lacquers. Trent says, yeah, I love AKE Real Color and Mr. Leveling Thinner. Yeah, so do I, Trent. 3D Printer says, I only use distilled water and alcohol through my airbrush. I'm bummed I missed the start of your video, but I'll watch later.
Well, I started at 6. You're probably still on.
He says you don't want the consistency of water. You want more like 2% milk. That's correct.
Okay, well, let's hit it with some primer. See what happens. Nothing.
It's not blowing through?
It's not coming out.
And your PSI is at 20 right now? Well, looks like some of it's coming out. There we go.
There we go. Just started. Now it just stopped again.
Just give it a few pumps. Yeah, some quick pumps with air and spray at the same time.
Not out of paint.
Howard says, is that a dual trigger? Yes, it is a dual action.
There we go. I just gotta manually pump it like a spray bottle. No, it's not coming out. It's at 20 psi.
Yeah, so you've got a clog or something in there. I think you and I are going to have to sit down behind the scenes and go through everything.
I think you're gonna have to take me out behind the barn and put me out of my misery.
Oh, your other camera went off. Yeah, I agree, Howard. There's probably a chunk of gunk in there.
What happened? I don't know what happened. Not connected.
Ron says, yeah, there's slightly clogged. Trent's warning Howard that there's more storms coming through.
Oh yeah, Trent's in Michigan too, eh?
Yeah. Ron says, yep, Scooby. Or yep, like Scooby, I guess.
Yep. Yep. Well, nothing's coming through.
Okay, so take off the back of your airbrush again and pull the needle back a bit and blow through that way with no needle in the way, like with it pulled back so that there shouldn't be anything in the way. Yeah, see, showing that, it should be spraying out now if you take your finger away. But nothing though, hey? So you've got a really bad clog then. That's the Grex airbrush.
Yeah, this is, maybe it's the paint.
Could be the paint, because we were getting the other paint to go through.
Well, that's what I get for being poor. Buying cheap paint.
Well, don't forget though, that's the Viejo paint.
A chunk of metal fell out of there.
That could be an issue. The heck? It's a little out of focus. Is it like a ring or a tube or something? Or does it look like it's just junk metal?
It's like a little shaving.
Huh.
It's like a shard.
Yeah, that's an issue. For sure. Yeah. Ron says, yeah, that's a big issue.
This is my first time using it.
Yeah, this is exactly, Ron. That's from the factory. Yeah, because you've never used this airbrush before tonight.
No.
Yeah, he says that's a mill shaving.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, I've never used a Grex airbrush before. Do you have any pipe cleaners?
Yeah. I do have
Can
pipe cleaners.
a pipe cleaner go through that one side to the other?
Yeah. It's
Or even a cotton swab will go right through there.
Oh yeah,
just to clean out that
that's
area.
empty.
I wasn't sure how big that hole was.
Yeah, it's fairly large. Does this tip come out? No, eh? That piece doesn't come away.
Where the needle comes through, it should screw
No.
off.
Okay, it screws. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. It's got a flat part on either side.
So in the box of parts, you should have got a small wrench to remove the needle.
Think I should do that?
I do it all the time.
Yeah,
That's
but
how you get
know
a good cleaning.
So it looks like it would be this.
There you go. And you can take and drop that in the a little cup of airbrush cleaner. And you get a pipe cleaner. Now you can run a pipe cleaner in through there, through that direction, not going too far in, but about at least to where the paint cup attaches. Yeah, up to about that point. If you run a
okay, I need to go get one. Give me one sec.
Okay, got it. You need more coffee? I can make your coffee.
Hey, Cosmic Quest Hobbies, welcome to the stream.
Hi, Russ. How's it going, Russ? All right, we got some pipe cleaners.
Right on.
Randy's pipe cleaners. Tapered bristle. They got some like
Can you feel those?
they have really hard spots in them.
Yeah, so
They're
you're
like
feeling randy?
bristly. I'm feeling a little randy, baby. All right. I wonder why my other camera disconnected. Give me one sec here.
Sure. Is Andrew streaming tonight or no?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything on Discord. I'm only going till 9 anyways.
Okay.
Why did my device disconnect?
Turn it off and turn it back on again. Is it a phone?
Yeah, but it's plugged in. It's
okay,
wired
so
into my computer. No. It's hardwired to the computer too.
Yeah. 3D painter. Ron is saying, I'm a Harder and Steenbeck fan myself. I use them all, and Harder and Steenbeck is the best in the world, in my opinion. Okay.
What's that for airbrushes?
Yeah, they're German made. They're more expensive, but they are good quality. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one. It's really good. He says I use them exclusively now, just in my opinion here, but Grex airbrushes are trash. I think Jody Howard earlier said, don't tell that to Todd. Todd loves Grex. And then he says, no offense to Todd or Jody, of course. No, go right in through the front. Into the, yeah. And just start scrubbing away. Little in and out action. And then look into it to make sure you didn't leave any fibers behind or anything. Is it looking clean? On the inside? As long as it's shiny clean and there's no paint, you're good to go. And I don't know if you're talking or not, because we can't hear you. Still not hearing you if you're talking. 3D Painter Ron says, Jody, I just found a mill shaving, Jody just found a mill shaving in his airbrush.
How about now?
I can hear you now.
There we go. It's because I removed my other camera, but I didn't switch. The other one was set for my main camera. So
Yeah.
I'm not getting any green or white out of here
Okay.
on the end of this.
That's pretty cool. The other tool you can also purchase is those little tooth brush little pick things or whatever they're called.
Yeah, it's like a little
goes in
wire
between the
with a
teeth.
scrubby. Yeah.
Yeah. They can go in there and scrub as well.
Okay.
Okay, Andrew's saying I see that he won't be doing a live stream tonight.
Oh no?
Nope, I just saw that come up on Discord.
Oh. Okay, well then I don't have to
Worry
end right
about
at
times.
9. Mm-hmm. Let's give this a little
See,
white.
Trent says I just got a Hutter and Steebeck. I love it. Yeah, I really like it. That's my secondary. My primary is an Iwata, like a true Iwata.
Why I oughta wada.
Which is a Japanese made one. I find it, to me personally, with my spraying and everything else, I like it just a touch better than the Harder and Steambeck. Cleans a little easier, but the Harder and Steambeck is pretty much right on with it.
Well, my favorite airbrush is whichever one I have. I don't really have a preference or a choice.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ron's asking Trent, which one did he get? I have the Infinity CR Plus, Evolution CR Plus, and the new 2025's Squidmar Ultra. Amazing. And he got the Evo. There's a plug in the cup union, I'm guessing.
In
Could
this?
be. Yeah, where it angles out and goes into the airbrush.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
I'll run
that's
the pipe
why I like
cleaner
it.
through that.
I like having a gravity fed top mounted airbrush cup, because you can see right in down through the color cup and then right into the you can see right into where the needle goes back and forth. You can see the needle and everything.
Okay, so that's just a little tightening thing.
So you could probably run a pipe cleaner, a wet pipe cleaner through there as well. Yeah, good. You can see it going in there. It's good, and that's what you would see. That's where you would see the needle if that was a top-mounted airbrush cup.
Mm-hmm. Like my other one I have, you can see right down in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mounted right on the center, but it's just a cheap one. So it's not smooth and flat inside there. There's like something in there, like ridges.
We're not getting enough light in there. Sorry.
See that?
Oh, there we go. A little bit blurry. Take it back just a hair. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
You think that would just be like a smooth little bowl down there?
Yeah, it should be.
There's like, it's like a little channel with two sort of ribs.
Yeah, that's interesting. Look down inside the smaller cup,
Interesting.
the smaller color cup to see how it looks.
Same thing.
Okay. And then the
It's
other,
like an extra piece down there. There's even like an edge at the end of it.
yeah, that
That's
does
weird.
not look smooth and anything. Let's
Got
see
this
here.
looking too. There we go.
You could always try that, but
Nah, I need too much. I'm not
siphon
going to
feed.
try that.
I know Andrew uses siphon
that.
feed.
Well, I hope I'm not wasting everybody's time too much.
I'll keep going through some chat here. Howard says, I got a Craftsman. I just spray every model at once with that thing at 50 psi in a quart container. That's a true spray gun,
PSI.
not an airbrush. But yeah, that's what Boyd used to use.
Okay.
Ron says exactly top mount on the cup is the best way to go. Yeah, that's definitely my opinion for sure. Steve says I got a nice deal on Amazon. Gary brand, nice brushes. You can get some nice cheap airbrushes on Amazon. The only thing is concern I have is how good the seals are, because the seals might go. Whereas like a Harder and Steenbeck, I believe they're still using Teflon seals.
Okay, I forgot to put this piece in. I need this.
Andrew's here. He says, "Don't rush to the end on my account. I've been sick since Thursday, and I'm in no shape to have a stream tonight." Sorry to hear that, Andrew.
He's taken over for me last weekend. Okay, there.
Oh, make sure your threads and everything are clean on that before you.
Yeah, I wiped them down.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't watching your stream too closely right now. I'm trying to read through the comments here.
That's okay.
Let's see here. Ron says, I'm not a Galleria fan myself. I hated mine. Howard says, oh, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, I bet. Howard's got his Schadenfreude helmet on.
Ron says, your stroke, you're trying it out, Jody. There are a must for any modeler's arsenal. The Harder and Steenbeck, you're thinking, or the Galleria, or Gallery, or whatever it's pronounced. Let's see here. Keith says, hey, Andrew, sorry to hear. I hope you're feeling better soon. He agrees with me. Yes, Teflon seal and titanium needles on the Harder and Steenbeck. I would tape those threads too.
Tape the threads?
Yeah, if you have like that Teflon tape.
Yeah, I got some of that.
Yeah, you can always put that around those threads on the color cup, but with that color cup system, you're designed to remove it more often. Andrew says, I'm getting better, or I'm getting there better today than the last 2 days, but no energy to stream. Howard says, I saw more pistol grip style air guns like versus the dual trigger. Yeah, I've seen those too.
Yeah, that's
Depends
the
on-
other
it
one
just-
I have. I like that one.
Yeah, it just depends on your taste, what you like. Yeah, that's a good point. So Ron
Okay,
says,
so
spraying nice.
nothing's coming out. I got some cleaner in there. It's not coming
Yeah.
out. It's just spraying air.
Is your needle clamped down? Just
Yeah.
asking. In the back, is it
Yeah,
clamped?
it should be.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Okay. Just figure it out. Ask.
Yeah, no, it's a good ask. Yeah, that's tight.
Okay.
And it's yeah, it's just to the end there.
Okay. Don't put that end on. Just leave it off for the moment. Try spraying and watching to see, make sure your needle is going back all the way.
Howard. Man. Oh, there we go. Now we got spray. You can hear the difference.
Yeah.
Now it's going. This thing's really hard to put back on. Thank you so much, Howard. Come on, man. I still haven't figured out how to get to that chat stuff yet.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription
I haven't figured out how to
is
collect
more cowbell.
the where is it? Where's my cowbell? There it is. A cowbell. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get the those chats yet.
Yeah. Ron is suggesting taking the needle guard off if you're comfortable with
Is
doing that.
this?
Nope,
or
on the
this?
front, the very front end.
This?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care
a
about
needle
that.
guard. This is as long as you don't bump your
Okay,
needle,
so
you're
it's empty
fine.
now. Well, yeah, I won't hit that on anything. Okay, I'm out of cleaner now. It's all sprayed through. I don't really have any paint left to use.
That's fine.
Except for the green. I could go back to the green.
Yeah, try the green, see if it's working.
Okay, I just gotta move this out of the way. Give that a stir.
Do you have any isopropyl alcohol?
Yeah.
Put a little in the color cup and spray that through. That could help if there's anything in there as well. Yeah, just throw a little, just a small little bit. You don't need much. Yeah, that's good.
Tiny amount. Howard says, are we using a 0.2 or a 0.5? I don't know. 0.2 or 0.5 what?
The needle.
Oh, I don't know.
Could be a 2,
Let's see.
2.5, 3.
Airbrush type. Fluid nozzle.
So you're just looking for needle or needle size.
0.5 millimeters.
Okay, so yeah, you're using a.
Oh wait, well, which one is this? It says XSI 2, 3, and 5. They're different sizes.
Okay.
I don't know which one I have. XGI.
Does the box say what type it is?
No, it just says Grex USA.
Okay.
It says XGI XSI. So it's the I. So it is 2. I don't know. It's not clear. I don't understand.
True. Good question. Are the needles marked? Harder and Steenbeck generally mark the ends of their needles.
Oh, it only has the one needle.
It'll have like a color marking. Yeah, generally a lot of airbrushes only come with one needle. You have a color or anything on the end?
No, it has like 2 little notches.
Okay, so that's probably letting you know it's a 2 mil.
A 0.2?
Yeah, a point. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, and he says, Ron says they may have notches to distinguish the sizes. They all have corresponding nozzles as well. Oh, so there you go. He's familiar. He's looking it up. Probably he says that's a 2.8 or a 0.28.
right.
Sorry.
0.28?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it says in here 0.2, 0.3, or 0.5.
Okay.
Depending on which one I have. And it's not clear which one I have because it doesn't say 2, 3, or 5 on the box. It just says...
Does it say on the airbrush?
No, it just says Grex. All right. Let's get some more green paint in there. Just going to put a little bit. I don't have the camera working for the
spray booth.
For the spray booth there. Let me just try it again.
Let's see here.
Start my little program.
Ron's just saying he's an airbrush nerd. Keith says use 0.5 for spraying primer. Yes. Although yes, for I guess maybe for if you have that needle, you could needle. You have to change your needle, your the nozzle at the end, like the nozzle tip, and then obviously, yeah. So Jody doesn't have any of that, unfortunately. If you're spraying a lacquer primer, then you can use a 0.2 needle. Because that's what I generally use. Is the paint spraying?
I'm trying to figure out my camera.
Oh, okay.
It says it's not connected anymore. I don't know why. It just disconnected for some reason. Maybe I'll unplug it and plug it back in. Where does that one even go? I don't even know where it goes. Come on, Galaxy 9. Wonder if that's what the problem was, because I didn't stop it out of StreamYards earlier. No? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay.
Ron is saying that it's probably just a standard 0.28 needle. And he agrees with Keith that a 5mm is good for spraying primer. He said, or 4mm. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna relocate to right here.
All right.
And I'll just get green paint everywhere.
Okay. We can't see anything. You're too low.
I'm
Can
too
you?
low.
Well, yeah. Sorry, like the model was too low on the screen. Like for if you're shooting near the nacelles.
No, I was painting this neck part right here.
Okay. And paint's going through no problem.
It seems to be coming out nicely.
Okay.
Let me just move this stuff out of the way before I spill it all. By pushing the box into it. Okay. Now I'm sure you can see the difference right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he says you're spraying nice. Now the question is, did you adjust your PSI or is it still up at 20?
Still 20.
Okay. But if it's spraying nice, just keep spraying at 20 if you're happy with that.
I am.
Okay.
The top of this nacelle wasn't taking any paint at all.
It looks like it's not beating up or anything. So it's looking
No.
good.
Yeah, it is. It's looking way better. Maybe I just need my paint just needed time to amalgamate itself.
Yeah, Ron says now you're spraying nice. Looks good.
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, it's a lot better.
Keith
That
is
part looks
saying,
weird. I think there's some probably some tape residue or something right there. It turned out really weird.
oh, okay.
I'll have to clean it.
You can also try cutting to air and blowing it and just seeing what happens. And then try covering it with a little bit more paint.
Yeah, I'll come back to that spot when it has a little. I'll give it a few minutes. And I'll come back to it.
Keith says primer usually has chunkier pigment, making them not spray well with smaller airbrush needles.
Ah. To add some paint. Well, thanks for joining me today, Ken. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
I should put that lid back on. I would have been pretty lost there without having you here.
Well, you have a well-versed audience that's helping though too. So
yeah, we've got 11 people watching. That's pretty good. I'm
you
impressed with
said that I
myself.
looked, it was 11, it dropped down to 10.
Oh yeah, of course. I should never look at how many people are watching.
It doesn't hurt. That way you know if you're down to 0.
Yeah. That just means I don't have to talk anymore.
That's right. Howard says, we're learning, Chet.
We're learning, Chit. trying to get up into this spot here.
And you definitely see the paint going on now on a nice, a better coat now that you had that dusting
Yeah.
coat on.
Yeah. The tough part is getting the insides of these. Pretty much have to flip it over.
Yeah, so you're better off waiting for now.
Yeah.
Let the
So
paint on the top dry.
just blow it a little bit with just the plain air.
Let's see here. Ron says that's a nice green. I like how it's spraying.
Yeah, it's actually turning out pretty good. I'm glad I added more gray to it at the last moment. Oh. I decided to throw a lot more gray. So it's basically half green and half gray.
There we go.
This emerald green, and what was the gray that I used? Titanium white. Titanium white. You know, it's white. Titanium white.
Steve says, looking good, loving it. Isn't it fun?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm having fun now that it's working out a little better for me. I was getting a little frustrated there, I'll admit.
Captain Charlemagne says the ship is looking nice.
Thank you, Jeff. I was about to defenestrate the entire thing. So it looks like I got a little bit of excess collecting right there. So I want to try to blow that around and spread it out.
So cut to air, back and forth. Just kind of move it around the area. Don't try to spray it just in one area. Otherwise, you'll start to get like the spider leg, spider webby, or spider leg thingies. Yeah.
I don't want that.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, and don't feel that you need to have the airbrush on camera for us. If you need to back the airbrush off to have the proper distance, that's fine. And we can hear you spraying, and I think that's good. And Steve also has the tip: you can add subtle colors to your paint as you're going along. No brush stroke lines. That is the good thing. No brush stroke lines.
Well, when I was painting this one, I kept sanding in between coats. Like this is all brush painted.
Yeah.
But I would wet sand in between every coat.
Oh, okay.
And try to minimize the brush lines and sort of dry brush also, right?
Yeah.
So I'm stroking with the brush, but I'm keeping it on there until almost all the paint is gone off the brush, like in the same spot, smoothing it and sort of almost buffing it with the paintbrush, right?
John is here. He says, awesome concept. She's a predator.
Thanks, John. Yeah, she is a predator. She's the Cattle Bruiser. All right, let's get a full look at her there so we can get that shape. There we go. Is it Cattle Bruiser? Let's get rid of this glary light right here. There, that's a little better. Hey, that's a little better.
Yeah, I like that color is looking really good. And the
Mhm.
coverage looks
These-
really good now too.
These lights I have aren't even that bright, but it's this camera. It's just super super good. Super good. Okay, I think I can flip this over now. If a little bit gets marred there, that's okay. I can correct it. It's all going to be highlighted with darker colors anyways, sort of purple.
John says, freaking awesome.
Thanks, John. Okay, so I still got lots of paint in my cup. Let's start with the wings. Actually, 1 second. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open this up and cover up the rest of my things. Like my power supply and my sonic saber and all that jazz. There we go. That's better. That's better. And we can see better. All right. Oh, thank you. I got a little crystal here, but I can worry about just cleaning that off with a toothpick later. It's too small to mask off.
For future, you could also mask off with like a masking fluid or even a white glue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because masking fluid will pick off easily. A white glue should pick off easily.
Yeah. What's that stuff I got that's almost like a white glue? It's pouring medium. You know, for those paintings I showed you that I did where you pour the paint down and you let it roll around on the canvas and you get all those patterns. I used to do a lot of those. And you get this pouring medium. And it's basically super thinned out white glue.
Okay.
It's like real watery white glue.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't want something that's too watery though for masking, because then it'll kind of roll off to other areas you don't want to mask.
Well, it's thick enough that you could like brush it on.
Oh, okay. Well, for the future, that's something you can definitely check out.
Okay, I think I'm out of paint.
Out of paint now?
Yeah, I'm out of paint.
Okay.
It didn't clog, it didn't stop. Just out of paint. So I'm just using my pipette to suck the paint in and out of the thing a bit to mix it again.
That's something I do a lot too.
Just to stir it around. All right. Like that sound. No Blue Jays cups today. I guess because they lost to the Mariners. They said screw those cups and they threw them all in the garbage.
Yeah, they're probably thinking, oh, it's not looking so good for the Jays now anymore.
I wonder if Starbucks in Seattle had Mariners cups.
I don't know. Yeah, they might have. I know they do like Christmas cups and stuff, so they must do other sorts of cups.
And I wonder how widespread the Blue Jays ones were, or were they just in Ontario, or I wonder if they were nationwide.
Probably nationwide. Cam says, cheers, looking great.
Thanks, Cameron. Yeah, that's nice and smooth. Might have to go with the brush into some of these crevice areas.
Well, you shouldn't have to. But you also want to make sure you're not just raining down a ton of paint in there under high pressure.
Yeah. I'm just giving it lots of little shots.
Yeah.
Like when I'm going close, I'm just barely opening it up.
Right. And that, again, that's another thing. The reason why I like a Mac valve is on the fly. You can quickly adjust your air pressure down, turn and twisting the knob there, and you'd be able to get in closer with a lower air pressure.
It's looking pretty even everywhere.
Well, that's good.
Except for these top and bottom edges of these nacelles.
Are those pen parts?
No, that's only right here. That's
Okay.
only the very end right here. This is
Okay.
the model part.
Hmm.
But there's putty on it. Lots of putty. I wonder if it's putty. That's okay. I can sand this. It needs a little bit of work anyways.
Right.
Needs to be fixed up in here. So I'm not really worried about getting nice coverage on that part. But the rest of the model. So there's a couple parts. It looks like I got maybe residue from where I had some tape on there.
Right. And which is always something you need to make sure you don't have on your model.
Yeah.
For those parts on the nacelles, try giving them another dust coat as more of a gripper coat for the rest of the paint. Yeah.
Okay. I'll worry about that after I do the touch-ups on them.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about applying any more paint on that spot right now. It's going to be sanded down and repaired anyway. So let's see. I got the back part here that I haven't done yet.
John's saying, do you do military aircraft as well? Also, I get a lot of weathering ideas for my dirty sci-fi ships from that. I'm getting a lot of kit batch ideas right now, kind of like a post-World War II experimental aircraft.
Oh, cool. Personally, I only do Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, I do military aircraft, military vehicles. That's kind of where I came from originally, and I'm just kind of getting into the science fiction stuff now.
Every model I've done is a modified refit with handmade scratch-built parts. Trying to get in underneath this Excelsior piece right here. That's the little underside piece from the tail of the Excelsior.
Yep. Yeah, cut to air in that area for a while here, and then. But again, we don't want to flood the area because that's going to obscure detail.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with airbrushing.
I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with it.
Good.
Looks like I'm going to use all of my green paint here that I made. So I might as well just go ahead and finish it off. Because there's a little bit to be done right there. And I'm sure if I flip it back over, I'll find another couple places where I could give it a little shot up the neck right here. There. In that little crack.
Although going back to John's question about weathering and stuff, Klingon ship does offer you that option of nicely putting a little weathering to it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really worried about the base coat being super perfect and smooth either,
Yeah.
because it is a Klingon ship, and it's all these panels are going to be painted. All these panels are going to be painted in different colored purple.
Yeah.
So
Steve-
I'll probably do 2 different shades of purple, and then this will be like sort of gunmetal black or a charcoal or something like that.
Yeah. Steve says Bird of Prey and other Klingon ships are great for weathering and dirtying up a bit. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really get away with that on Starfleet ships.
Not generally, unless it's like around battle damaged areas or something.
Yeah. Or if it's exploding over Viridian 3.
Yep. Which makes me think there. See, Jody, you don't do just refits that have been had extra parts changed. You did the D over Viridian Prime.
Yeah. Totally exploding. Totally. Let me see if I can
Totally,
find
man.
that. How do I do that? Image file. Starships.
Actually,
Enterprise D. Actually, I think I can do this. At the stage.
There you go. That is one slick looking model.
The Enterprise D exploding over Viridian 3. Let's see. I did like a shot where I almost duplicated the screenshot from the movie.
Is that using the damaged decals, or is that damage you
That's
did
the
yourself?
damaged decals from the Reliant kit.
Okay, yeah, nice.
I didn't. I knew I wasn't going to use them on the Reliant kit.
Yep.
So I used them on that one. Let me see. Oh, there we go. So this is the movie, and then there's my model there.
Nice.
So that's the actual screenshot from the movie.
That's awesome. Steve says you could add some color changing purple. I laugh because that's the other color Jody was talking about at the beginning about using.
Yeah, I'm gonna be adding some purple to all these panels, and I actually do have a cool color shifting one. You gave me some cool paints there, Ken. There's kind of a purple one, isn't there? Did I already take it out? I don't know. Okay, I can flip this over now.
Looks a little wet near the back there. We're seeing a lot of gloss off of it.
See, right here, I need lots of
John says that Enterprise D exploding is badass. Wow. 125,000 scale windows.
Yeah, I drilled all the windows out.
And then Steve, in response to the purple, says that would be wicked.
Yeah, green and purple is my favorite. I like green and purple together.
So does the Joker.
Green and purple. Oh, he does, yeah. I guess I'm a Joker. And all the other things too. Oh, did I run out? Is that it? That's it. That's it. That's all.
All right, good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Oh yeah, I'll move this back to the boot, back to the paint booth for now, and I'll try and clean this. I'll have to make more green, Okay, so I do have that little bit more that I had made earlier.
But I don't think you added any extra gray to that, did you? I can't remember. Or does it look
No,
right to you?
because you can see how dark it is.
Yeah.
Look how dark that is.
Yeah.
So I do got to find that. Titanium white. Some of that titanium white. I don't know why they call it that. It's gray. It's light gray. Give it a fancy name. People will like it more. All right, we'll just give that the old suck and squeeze.
I think I remember from watching old Bob Ross video, painting videos he used to do. He'd always have titanium white in there.
Mm-hmm. But it's gray. All right, that's looking pretty good. Looks the same.
And if it was a little bit different and you were more comfortable doing smaller areas at a lower pressure, that's where I would suggest, like, if it was a little bit different, you could do like panel touch-ups to make it look like almost like Navy aircraft when they touch up little panels due to corrosion and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the idea of the Aztec decaling, on the Starfleet ships. It's supposed to differentiate the panels.
Yeah. But the touch-up painting the Air Force does is, or not the Air Force, the Navy does, is due to like salt corrosion.
I see.
Yeah. So. Or it says Titan or Titan AU? Are you trying to say titanium?
Titanium AU? Titan AE? Clash of the Titaniums?
Well, there we go.
Clash of the Titaniums.
I guess he accidentally hit send. Yeah, because I've done that before too. He says titanium white is the hardest to make, actually.
Well, yeah, you gotta add titanium to it.
Actually?
It's tough to get titanium and to mix it into paint.
Yeah. Yeah, or it says,
Oh, I like
don't read
this.
all my comments. They are junk.
I like this.
But let's remember, don't go in too thick and overall, because we don't want to
No,
your detail.
I'm spraying far away and I'm going around lots.
Okay.
And it's not thick enough to lose any detail.
How's the aft end looking? Does it look like it needs more or no?
No?
No? Okay.
I can't really tip it up right now to show that.
Yeah, I completely understand, but it's just because we can't see that side. I figure I'd ask.
Yeah. No, it's actually looking pretty good. And that's
Right on.
going to be that's going to get other colors in there, right? I'm going to paint these details. I added a bunch of little plastic panels, like little plates.
Yeah.
Around the impulse engine assembly thing. So the piece I put there was pretty flat. So I added a bunch of little plates. I added some little details for lights on the corners. And those will all be painted different colors. And this whole impulse thing is going to be painted different colors. So
Nice.
as long as I got a little bit of green there for whatever doesn't get painted, it's good to go away.
Steve says, try making uranium white.
Uranium white.
It glows in the dark. And so do you after using it.
Yeah. I actually have some glow in the dark powder that you add to like you add it to like paint or makeup or whatever, right? It's just like green glowing powder. It's a big jar of it. I don't even remember what I got it for. I think something for Halloween one time. So I'm just spraying air. I'm not spraying paint right now. I don't think there's any paint left. Oh, there's a little bit.
Don't ever feel that you need to use all your paint, because sometimes that can come back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah. Just right there. And right there. So I'm going to have to go in with a toothpick and scrape out the little...
Windows.
Yeah, I made
The
that
targs.
little window thing right there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I made that out of a little piece of plastic. I'll have to scrape those out. And I'll have to probably reapply. Oh, you can't see me. Right here. So I'll probably have to drill these windows out again. I'll just have to clean all those out, right?
Yeah.
Around that ring in the bridge. And then I'll reapply some red into those. Oh, got hit by a photon torpedo there. Bang. Ouch. There we go. Okay, so
Looking
now
really
move
good,
this to the
Jody.
side. Get this clean. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for your help. And everybody in the chat, thank you guys for their tips and help in the chat too. Really appreciate it. It just helps making me more comfortable with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I was just kind of like,
Are you going to be on
said,
the...
every other attempt I've done at this before has basically been a failure, except for a couple times.
Are you going to be on stream tomorrow?
I should be on stream tomorrow. I might be later than 4 o'clock. I might not be able to start right away.
Okay. I was going to ask you how your day's looking before the stream.
From the morning to the afternoon is looking pretty open, depending on what time I get up.
Okay. I can check with you tomorrow.
I'm a night owl, so I don't normally go to bed until 3:30, 4 a.m. And then during the week, I get up early because I drive my wife to work and my kid to school and stuff like that. But on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday, I don't get out of bed until 11:30 noon. Got to get my ugly sleep.
I know that feeling.
Takes a lot of sleeping to get this ugly. All right. Spray that.
You can also just dump it,
right on this pad. Yeah, that's
dump
what these.
And then Q-tip it out, and then
these puppy pads are good for that because you can dump on there and you don't have a big puddle of stuff. It's basically gone.
So it's like those other kind of pads.
Yeah.
That you'd always used to see the blue liquid be poured onto.
Yeah, I noticed in some of the newer commercials there, I seen them using red liquid. I was like, "What?
That's controversial."
Yeah. How can they do this now?
I feel offended. I miss my blue liquid. Howard said I got a mail call tomorrow. That's cool.
What's his name? Is he calling you or are you calling him? Hey, you over there. All right, the serious business is over. Time to start screwing around. So I think if I remove this, I'll be able to wipe out inside that little corner elbow there better. I got to clean all the schmeg out of my hole. Get sort of into there. There we go. Clean off the treads, SC. Cleans the inside there, la.
Well, I was just looking. You don't have the schmeg in my hole sound effect.
No, Todd limited my sound effects.
You are not prepared.
I never use them anyways because I'm usually doing this by myself.
Well, does anybody else have any more questions or anything or comments or anything they want to ask Jody or myself? More so Jody than me.
Nah, you're way more interesting.
And
So
that's where you're wrong.
when's your next Reliant video? Okay, you got one coming this week?
Should be tomorrow. We'll see. It might be late though. Because
And
I've
then
been
we got
having some
Terminator Tuesday.
Terminator Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are easy to film. I usually film 2 in one day and
Oh yeah.
and then have one set up for the next week and then one for the following week all ready to go.
Provided they're consistent with delivering the parts.
Oh, actually, I'm like way ahead on parts. I've almost got the entire kit, and actually,
cool. You held off on starting it until you had some parts piled up.
Yeah, and then same with the Apache. I have the Apache. My next shipment of the Apache is the final parts for the Apache.
Okay. Okay. So do I have to be taking this apart every time? And
with the problems you were having, I would, but generally no. Once you're if you're not having lots of problems and stuff, no. Just mostly blowing it through.
Didn't have any problems there.
Yeah,
after
so then I
got
after
that little metal chip came out.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about taking
that was
that needle. I wouldn't take that needle guard off if you're happy and if things seem to be going well and if everything seems to be cleaning up.
Yeah. Just leave that as it is.
Yep. You can leave the needle pulled out a little bit if you're ever going to be going away for a long time. Like, say, if you're going on like the Wonderfest again next year.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Be gone
if
for a
I'm
while.
not going to be using, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be using it again tomorrow.
Yeah. So then,
possibly even tonight.
Yeah. Then just leave it in
I'll probably
place.
do more tonight.
Yeah.
Now that I know what I'm doing a little bit, I can, I'll feel comfortable going at this alone.
Right.
All right. Well, it seemed to work great after that little metal flake came out of there.
Yeah, that is weird. But and I'm wondering if it was from something on that side of the airbrush, maybe? Because it only happened after you switched paint cup sides.
Yeah. It may have been so I'll turn that off. It may have been in this cap or something.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering, right?
Because when I unscrewed this from the other side originally, it was pretty tight. Like I had a hard time getting it to come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's clear. It's clear in there now. You can see the needle through there, moving smoothly. All right. Excellent. Okay, well, that's nice and clean. Get my lid here. Thanks for the support. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Howard says I got a mail call tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, we already discussed that one.
Yep.
So you're joining us again tomorrow afternoon, Howard? That's pretty cool. I've been enjoying having him get on the streams with us.
Yeah.
He's so smart about sharing his knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. Mary says she loves him sharing all of his knowledge of various things. Howard seems to know a lot about a lot.
Howard says, just don't get frustrated with it, Jody. That's Ian's job.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have the same problem.
He has no patience as a bull moose at times.
Yeah. Patience like a bull moose.
Except for the
I get frustrated at myself for not being awesome at something right away. I
Then
should
there's-
be the best instantly.
And then there's Ian who goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Oh, I do that too.
No, I'm pretty calm. I've like I was even doing some stuff on one live stream with, and I don't think anybody even noticed because I didn't make a sound or nothing. I just kept on my way. I was working on the Klingon bird of prey, and I blew up the entire lighting board.
Oh, really?
Just killed it. But I didn't go, oh, for fuck's sake, or anything. I just went, oh, in my mind, I was like, oh, well, that sucks.
Damn. Oh, I would have been.
You have to teach
I would
Jody
have been
some of your
upset.
Zen tricks.
Yeah, you'll have to teach me. You'll have to teach me patience and calm. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this away for now. Seems like doing this, then it seems like I'm not gonna be using it later, but I want to just make sure that it's in there.
Did you put that tool back too?
Yes.
And
No.
is that your
right here.
nozzle cap on the desk as well?
Of course.
Good job. Good eye, Ken.
Is that the other one over there? The pinch valve one?
Learn
Of
him.
course it is. You know what? I'm not gonna store it on the back of the.
I would put a needle cap on it while you have it put away though.
A needle cap?
Or the
Oh
crown,
yeah.
like, one
Oh,
of
for
those.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
The needle's not protruding. I pulled
Right.
it back.
It's a habit to get into.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's a good habit to get into. Oh, that's gone forever.
No, it's not.
There we go. Found it. So yeah, that
Yeah,
one
check
I'm
your
just
dust,
gonna
make sure you
store
got all your
right
bits and
there.
Cootermints.
Yes, I got all my cooter mints.
That's what you got the last time. Get your,
All my cooter mints are organized.
all your Cootermints in there.
Well, that gives me more confidence to use this one too.
Are those cootermints for the tow truck driver and the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, cooter mints.
Coo-coo-coo.
So that gives me more confidence to actually use this one.
Yeah, see, I have one of those. That's my third airbrush I have.
Oh, Terry said it was a really good airbrush. I had a Badger airbrush before. It wasn't like this one. It was a different model. And I ended up selling it to a buddy of mine because I never used it.
Yeah, for the longest
This
time, a lot
was-
of people painting miniatures would use the Badger Patriot 105.
Well, this was way before I started doing modeling.
Before
I
you
just
even had
got
an
it.
Ada.
I just got it in general.
It was before you even had an Ada.
Yeah, it was before I even had a kid. It was like 20
Yep.
years ago. But yeah, this is a good one. And I can use that for different purposes.
Yeah, I can even go through that one with you if you want, including stripping and assembling it and everything
Ooh, stripping.
on camera because I have that.
Stripping on
Airbrush.
camera.
We'll do that on the next stream.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I got all excited.
Okay.
Trent says, "Great stream, Jody and Ken. Good night." Well, you have a good
Thanks.
night, Trent.
Thanks for watching, Trent. Appreciate it. So there she is. There's what we're looking at.
That looks great.
Still a couple little wet spots, but Mhm.
That's okay, but you can see what I mean where it dries lighter color.
Yep,
So,
I like the color.
but it does look like it is pooled in a few areas a little high, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Those areas are going to be painted. I'll work that out and fix it up. This
Yeah.
is almost my first try, right?
First successful try.
Yes.
I'm calling it a success.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm calling it a success for sure. I got a nice, well, I was going to say a nice even coat, but you know what? When it dries, it'll be a nice even coat. And I'll put some more coats on it anyways, right? And it'll
Yeah.
even out.
For future,
Bottom looks better.
now
bottom
that
looks
you
better,
know, feel
honestly.
free to use like distilled water or water to thin the paint and see how that works for you compared to the airbrush thinner.
Yeah. I'll just give it a try.
Yeah, now that that you're feeling more comfortable with painting, you can try those sort of things.
Yeah, because I'm not likely to buy myself a bottle of this when it's empty.
Right, yeah. Let's see here. 3D Painter says, Ron says, great stream and work today, Jody. It looks awesome. And he
Thanks,
says,
Ron.
thanks also, Ken.
Same with yours. Ron was painting xenomorph heads there when I was
Nice.
watching today. They were looking pretty cool. They're like mechanical cybernetic xenomorph heads, like Borgified.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And then he says, good work, gents.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, he says, just use distilled water and IPA to clean, man. That's all you need.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, that airbrush cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, that airbrush cleaner has additives in it too. That's actually good for your seals and stuff in your airbrush, though.
Yeah.
Save that for like.
Limpiador Ergafo Airbrush Reiniger Nettoyant Aerographe.
Use like the distilled water for
There you go.
in between changes.
Speaking Spanish, are you?
I think it's a bunch of different languages.
Okay,
I think
because they are a Spanish company.
Okay, so I think it's Spanish. There's yeah.
Spanish, English, and Italian, maybe?
What's the other one that I have? The other one is a different kind of airbrush. It's like a no. Oh, no, kid. That's Vallejo.
Yeah, same company. Same company.
Vallejo.
It's just a smaller bottle of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff I got.
This it was in the stuff that my buddy Terry brought to me. He gave me a whole bunch of I got like some paints and stuff here. I haven't used any of this stuff yet, but there's like some Tamiya paints.
Yeah, to me is a good workhorse paint. I use a lot.
So I got all these, and he told me I'm welcome to use whatever I needed. I just haven't used any of it. Some Tamiya thinner here.
Yeah, X20A. That's a good thinner to use for their paints.
Panel line accent color. I haven't used any of this stuff
You
yet.
haven't
He
used
gave it
that?
to me like a year. No.
That stuff is like magic. I love
This
that
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
than a pencil.
Yeah, it'll get in all the low spots. Like, see if you have a little grid, you just paint some of that in there, and then wipe off the top with a Q-tip or something, and yeah, it stays all in the low spots, and then it makes it look like it's a shadowed area.
I've had this stuff for like a year.
Yeah, remind me tomorrow. I'll show you.
What's this one? Clear parts cement and
Yeah,
window
it's like
maker.
canopy. It's like a canopy glue.
I have this. Oh my god.
Maybe
I have
you should've
this.
looked in the bucket sooner.
Well, I looked in it, but I didn't.
Yes, I'm laughing.
That's a good glue. I use that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Revell.
It has a nice
is this
needle
kind of similar to the like the melting stuff, the Tamiya extra thin or whatever?
No, it's not like
Melts the
extra
plastic?
thin. It's a slightly thinner than the old Tester's glue, but it's better, and it's got like a needle tip. So
That's Microsol, yeah.
yeah, those are great for your decals. I use that all the
Yeah.
time.
I had bought myself some of that stuff, so I had already had that. Or actually, I already had this, but I didn't know, and I bought myself
Some more.
Microsol and Microset. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, they're great products. I usually end up spilling more than I use. I've knocked over a few bottles of that.
Well, what I do is I take a piece of two-sided tape and I stick it on the bottom and I stick it to the desk.
Nice, smart.
Yeah, and then all these little various paints here.
Ron says, yeah, don't waste your money on expensive cleaners. I only use airbrush or jewelry cleaner in my ultrasonic cleaner when I break everything down. Yeah, I just use water in my ultrasonic cleaner. He says the panel liner is amazing,
I got one of those.
and he said he used it today on the Xeno board.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was watching that. I only watched like the last, not even an hour. We were we were having dinner. Excuse me. We were having dinner, and then I was watching Ron while I was getting ready for this.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's actually still on my screen right now on my laptop. Because when the stream ends, it just freezes, and it's actually still on my screen.
Nice.
That's the same thing.
Mary looked over and she's like, "Is that what it is right there?" I was like, "Oh yeah, it's still on there. Look at that." All right. Well, there we go. We got this done.
Looking great.
Thank you so much, Ken, for your help tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, my friend.
And thank you so much for making sure that I got that airbrush.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Working very well out for me. And I really appreciate it. It's unbelievable.
Ron says the stream will be available tomorrow, and thanks for stopping in again, Jody. Always a pleasure to have you join in.
Yeah, man. You're always streaming mostly when I'm during the day when I'm doing something, and the times I have to leave to go pick people up and stuff. So I don't get to watch Ron stream every day
Jody's
or every
professional
time he
chauffeur.
does it. Look at that! I got paint on my TV right here. I was shaking. When I was shaking the paint bottle.
You got all
Oh,
wired
okay.
shaking your face.
These I guess these aren't perfectly sealed. So
Okay.
when I shook it up, the okay, that's on the table. I'm trying to wipe my screen. That one's on the table, but this one's on the screen.
Oh, love.
All right.
Cam says great stream, Jody and Ken, and John says an artist at work.
Well, that's why I'm doing this model stuff, because I'm an artist originally, anyways, to begin with, and this is just another way for me to express my creativity. You know what I mean? Like, I draw spaceships and starships. I've been drawing the Enterprise for like 30 years. And I do all kinds of other stuff too. I did those glass vinyl pictures, carvings, and paintings, and I build instruments, and I did tattoos for like 10 or 12 years, and I was a silk screen printer for like 10 years or 15 years. I've been doing everything. So this is just another thing that I'm doing to try to express my visions and my creativity. I'm even collaborating with another YouTuber that does 3D modeling, 3D rendering. And so I've been working on drawings that I've sent him. Let's just see if I can find that real quick. So he's rendering, he's taken my drawings and he's translating them into 3D designs. So.
Ron's saying he may stream again in about an hour.
Oh yeah? Cool. I'll check it out.
Cosmic Quest says it's a therapeutic tool. I agree with you completely on that one.
That's right, Russ. It sure is, man. And you know what? Like, before I started doing this myself, I was watching the rest of you guys on YouTube doing this stuff for like probably a year until I started doing it myself. So here's one of my drawings right here.
That is awesome.
Right. So I draw the orthographic views, and then he says he can extrapolate the shapes and work from that and turn it into a 3D model. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So I didn't like these nacelles, so I changed it, and we're going with this style.
That's so cool.
So there's like a view of it with the nacelle taken away so you can see it, right?
Yeah.
And then here it is with the little wing added, like the pylon here.
Yep.
So there's sort of the pylon from the side. So it's got the impulse reactor right there on the pylon, sort of like Voyager.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then I saw Jordan's video where he showed off the USS Archer model.
Yep.
And I got the idea. It gave me the idea to make that as a double nacelle ship with a little hull at the bottom, right?
Yeah. Like
Secondary hull.
yeah, like the NX-01 did with it for its refit.
Yeah.
Well, it already had
Only
two
we're
nacelles,
added.
but I mean,
Yeah,
but they
we're
added that
adding
whole
another.
part.
Yeah. So I thought I was like, oh, that would be cool if it was refit. So I was like, there we go.
Ron
Just
said,
all the
or
different
sorry,
views.
love your work, Jody. Great stuff, man. Okay, we have therapeutic tool. John says, let's go Trek mods. Boyd is so happy for us, guys.
Right on.
In response to your pictures, Cosmic Quest is saying, awesome.
Thank you.
3D printer Ron says, so cool. John says, yes, your renderings are awesome. He's like yelling it apparently because they all caps.
Thanks,
Point.
You know, I watched Boyd all the time. Trekworks, that guy was excellent.
Yeah.
That guy was excellent.
It's sad that we lost him.
Yeah, it is. It is.
3D Painter says, beautiful work, man. I love your sketches. And then
Thanks.
John says, just like your model builds.
Yeah, refit drawings. I know I get a lot of inspiration from watching, like looking at other people's art and other people's designs. You know what I mean? There's a YouTube thing called Triangulum Audio Studios. And he does like the history of the starships and the build process and the design and that, and then he'll do like a 3D rendered model and show it off, right?
I don't know if it's his channel, but I know I've seen channels that have stuff like that. And it is really awesome.
There's lots of them. Yeah. And then I'll see those and I'll be like, ooh, that's cool, but what if it had, this modification or whatever? So I'll do my rendition of it, my idea of it.
Yeah.
Like my so there's a postal strike, so I'm not counting on getting my decals for this anytime soon.
It's back to rotating now.
Yeah, Mary was saying,
because I did get some mail the other day.
The guy that bought me the decals said he checked the tracking and it's stuck in an office in Toronto.
Okay, well,
next week or the week after.
Yeah, exactly, Mary.
It'll take a bit for them to get back on track, but they'll get there.
Yeah.
So just for anyone who hasn't seen this one yet, this is the Miranda Hornet.
I love that ship. That is refit. So cool looking.
So it's the Reliant modified.
Heavily modified.
Yeah, heavily modified.
And with that bottom section really has that Hornet look with the tail folded in and facing more like the Stinger front, like you see with a lot of sports teams logos and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I got the idea for this from looking at Bill Krause's Hornet sort of design. Like the Duterstadt one that you see in Star Trek Picard is just a modernized version of the one he made for the movie era.
Right.
From I think Andrew Probert's design.
Yeah, see, that looks sweet. Great job on lighting that too.
I like that deflector there.
It is cool.
Deflector. That's pretty cool. So this is just a little butane hand torch. It's hard to see my arboretum because my window's not as clear as I wanted it to be.
You should have used that tester's white glue stuff.
Yeah, if I knew I had it. If I knew I had it, I would have. And I added those little orange, those are little crystals.
Yep.
Looks like I need some more. I got to add a couple more coats of paint to the belly there. Light's bleeding through. So those are little crystals. That's a crystal there.
Yeah.
And then I did like a little mini Raytheon effect right here and right here.
Right on.
Just kind of let the light bleed through. All right. I tried to get the little yellow lights at the bottom of the bridge there.
Yeah. A little bit fuzzy right now. Oh, there we can see them now. Yeah, you can see them.
And I added that little window.
Yeah.
And added that deflector from on the front, made out of a razor blade cover.
Yes. Yeah, I recognize that part.
Yeah. Added lights to the all I had to do was drill that. Actually, I had to add a little you can kind of see the seam there. I had to raise it and make it a little bit thicker.
Oh, yeah.
It's really thin.
Yeah, I can see that just at that angle there.
Yeah, it wasn't thick enough for me to drill those lights out. So I just added a little plate of plastic and then cut it out. Cut the shape out.
John says, I'm not trying to be a downer
That's
about
it.
new Star Trek. However, Paramount should hire folks like yourself and GTFX. Let's see a collaboration between two YouTube creators to make Star Trek perfect.
Well, I can't really complain about the design of the ships, except for the future ones in that they had in Star Trek Discovery. Not my favorite show, but the I didn't like the ships. I thought they were stupid. How the nacelles weren't attached to them, and you know what I mean. They got all this programmable matter and stuff. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's a little off, but yeah.
Yeah. But those are my complaints about the show, that they had stupid logic. So again, just so anyone that doesn't know, you can repair these filaments if you can see closely enough to solder the little flat foil contacts. I can't believe I even did it. I was sitting there after the stream, and Howard stayed in, and we were just chatting. And I did it while we were chatting. And I got it working again. I was like, can't believe that worked. All right. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. I'll stop torturing your ears and eyeballs. Ken probably wants to get some rest. Ken, thank you so much for helping me out tonight again. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
For everything else you do for me and the other guys in the HTM group. You're always so helpful and gracious, and everybody appreciates that. So we love you for that. And tune into Ken's Hobby Bench, Terminator Tuesdays, Reliant Buddy Build. You should see what Ken's doing with the Reliant, man. It's crazy.
I have to admit, though, I'm looking forward to the day it's done.
I like what you said on Will's stream there today. I'm thankful that you're done doing mods for the Reliant kit. I said, yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah.
Every week he comes out with something new, and then you're like, I gotta take this out and replace it with the newest mod.
Exactly.
That's actually better, right? Like, I'm sure you wouldn't do it if it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it would have to be something right now. If anything new came out, it would have to be something that just sits on the outside.
Yeah, but like if he's making it, if it's gonna make it better, then you're gonna do it, right?
Yeah, but if it was like major surgery, I'd really be questioning it. I might just say, you know what, that's something for the next model. Well,
do you have the model put together yet? Like, is it closed up yet?
Nope, not yet. The weapons pod / roll bar is all closed up. The nacelles and pylons are all closed up. just the main hull has to be closed up. Right now, today and stuff, I've been working on setting up all the wires so that and sticking them out the sides so that I can marry up all those parts.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's what I've been kind of working on for this episode build, and really I'm not getting a lot recorded because it's just me soldering wires. So I'm thinking it may be a shorter video this week.
Yeah. Just what I do is I just record and then I edit out all the boring stuff. And if I said something interesting or did something interesting, then I'll put that in the video and add it in there. But I'm not going to show you 10 minutes of filing and sanding and soldering and stuff like that, right? Drilling windows, like I'll drill a couple windows and then skip to the last window.
Exactly.
Right, and then edit that part, unless something in between happens interesting, like if I stab myself with the file or the drill bit or something like that, then I'll add that in there. Yeah. All right. So thank you guys. So tomorrow, tune in at 4 Eastern for the HTM group stream. A bunch of us are going to get together as we usually do every Friday and every Sunday for the Sunday Fun Day. Check us out. Join the chat. Say hi to us. Monday, join Donnie Daughtry at Don's modeling desk for work on the Orville. Donnie's building a 350 scale Orville for Wonderfest. It's epic and it looks super cool. Last night he got the back light arc thing for the engines there. Pretty sweet. That model's looking great. Tuesday we got Bricks and Sprue. Keith's building the Lego Jack Sparrow pirate ship. And then right after that, Buck's working on some kind of probably wooden something. Or no, Buck's doing the Lego house too, the Harry Potter one, right? Yes.
Yes.
Buck's doing the Lego Harry Potter.
But he's also doing the the Harry what's he doing on Woody Wednesday?
They're all doing like a trolley or a tram.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all doing the same one, except for Alec. Alec's making a ship. He's working on the longboat. So yeah, that'll be Wood Wednesday.
Kidding. You're gonna ship your pants? Right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants.
I just shipped the bed.
Yeah.
Thursday, aligning the stars. Don't know what Jordan's going to be working on. He changes it every week. He's got all kinds of projects on the go. He's busy, man.
I think he
Making
might
models,
be doing
making pizza,
the
making
Knight
friends,
Rider.
making everything. Knight Rider? He was supposed to do Knight Rider last
he
week.
was saying that.
Yeah.
Because I think he said
he was going to do Knight Rider
parts.
last week.
Yes,
Yeah,
but he didn't get his parts. So
yeah. True. Well, whatever he works on, it's always fun to watch Jordan. So tune into Aligning the Stars on Thursday night. Fun stuff. Back to Friday for the group of idiots all making fun of each other and helping each other and complimenting each other as well. So it's super fun. And then Saturday, me again. And hopefully Canadian Starships. Hope Andrew comes back. He's been missed for the last few weeks.
he sure has.
People are jonesing for their Canadian Starships and their Andrew fix. But if Andrew doesn't stream next week, I'll make sure to make a cup of Earl Grey hot in his honor, and I'll drink that when I do my live stream.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay, Ken, thank you again. I really appreciate your help and your generosity. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in to chat. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.